Final One Standing is free to play. Don't worry if you get knocked out. There's new games with new jackpots every Premier League week.
This show is sponsored by William Hill's Final One Standing, football's ultimate free-to-play eliminator game. Some of you are still in, others not so much. If the team you picked won, you're safe and live to fight for another week, but don't get too comfortable. If you're still in, you'll need to lock in your next pick by next Saturday, 3 p.m, when fixtures resume after the international break. If you got knocked out, no stress. You're not out for good. Or if you forgot to enter, now is the perfect chance to join afresh in the brand new game with a huge £200,000 jackpot prize. That's an incredible amount of money. And yes, even if you're still playing in the other league, you can also enter the 200k prize winning pot. Someone's guaranteed to win if they're in the final one standing. To enter, download the William Hill app, scan the QR code, or click the link below to play along with all of us. You have all the way until the deadline to edit your picks. It is 18 plus, UK and Ireland only. Always gamble responsibly. Full terms and conditions apply, all in the link below. And today has also been a bit of a gamble for a lot of clubs because it's transfer deadline day. There is less than 2 hours to go. And I think transfer deadline day kicked off a bit crazily with Liverpool signing Isak after months and months and months of just endless stuff here and there, statements, all this and all that. And today I'm joined by probably the happiest man in the room. So AJT is my co-host. AGT, sorry.
Yes.
And I'm also joined by Quams again.
Yes.
With Arsenal set to sign some new players today. And also Nicky, welcome back to the studio, representing the non-Big Six today.
Hey.
With all
no need to say that.
Disrespect.
Bigger than you. Even in the Big Six.
Hey, we're top half again. That's all I can say. We're 8th, 9th place, first time in a while. But yeah, we've got a lot to talk about over the next couple of hours. We've got kind of, Man City have signed Donnarumma. We've got United signing a new keeper. We've got Liverpool. The Marc Guehi stuff is all over the gaff.
Yeah.
And I want to start with the Marc Guehi stuff at the moment because about 3 hours ago, it felt, it's done. Marc Guehi's doing his medical. He's going to sign for Liverpool, 35 million deal. And then now there's another snag where Liverpool's replacement, the Igor from Brighton, has now decided he doesn't want to join Crystal Palace. So Crystal Palace have gone, you've done your medical, but hold on a sec, we're still not signing on that dotted line until we get another replacement.
It's still going ahead though. Sky Sports did just announce that the Igor collapse has nothing to do with Guehi going to Liverpool. He's, I believe, in a car. Trust me, I live in Liverpool, right?
You're tracking him or something.
Medical here. Yeah, he'd done it in London, but he's got an hour and 54 to get to Liverpool.
What's he got to get to Liverpool for?
Well, hopefully he's signed the contract already, but it can't.
It's electronically done.
How can it be done? No, but Nicky, how can it be done unless Palace? They've just said, well, hang on.
Well, they've got to release his papers. That's all it is.
Yeah.
That's all it is. How can we live in this electronic age? And you got to have the man racing to Liverpool.
He's flooring at 85.
But this is what I'm saying. I know how long it takes to get to Liverpool via car. That's why I go by train. Yeah. And
surely they'd charter a flight though.
Well, there was a screenshot of a jet going from what's that little airport, Bidding Hill or something.
I've got no idea.
Yeah.
You know that one?
Yeah.
Private jet to Liverpool. It's supposed to land in Liverpool at 5:40, but he's obviously in a car. Like Sky is saying, he's in a car. So
I think they're just adding to the drama, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean,
Is this Sky Sports being Sky Sports?
Yeah.
it is. But I mean, I'm looking at the clock ticking down here. Get him to outside that training ground as soon as possible.
The Igor collapse is actually to do with us, I think. I think we've stepped in there.
Yeah, cheers, mate.
Yeah, you have.
Tried to steal him away. I think we're in talks with him right now.
Good.
There you go. Well, I think we still get him. The medical was fine, no issues there. Obviously, he played only yesterday, so he's going to be in tip-top. But at this stage, I think it's a small bump in the road. Hopefully not literally, because I know he's got to get there safely on the motorway. If he's in this car, I hope he's in a plane, to be honest.
What, right?
Sorry to the polar bears.
I'll guarantee you that there's players out there, right, that we're talking about that have got, he's got to get to Liverpool. They're just signed it. They've signed their contract.
Yeah, they've signed it already.
They're eating sandwich and they're laughing at people.
Yeah.
That's it.
He thinks I'm racing up the motorway.
Yeah. You must be joking.
I think it's definitely going to happen. But I'll tell you what, boys. I don't know about you. I cannot wait for this next 2 hours just to be done with.
What a transfer window has been.
Spa day tomorrow. I'm going to be sitting. I might even treat myself to a midday nap is what I'm looking
and
at.
a nice little manicure.
I can't wait for this to be over.
But what's been the stressful thing for you? You've got to have won the window.
No, of course we've won the window, bro, but it's just a lot more work for me, isn't it? I love doing it, but do you know what I mean? I just can't. But what I mean is, I wake up tomorrow and I don't have to do transfer videos again, because that's been my life for the last 4 months.
Yeah.
So it's just done. You know where you stand tomorrow. Well, today, an hour 52. You know where you stand, and you can just crack on with the season, and you know who you've got in your squad.
But it's been such an exciting transfer window. I think this is probably the most
It's
that
been
everyone's been engaged
really
in it.
Favourite.
Usually it's kind of a thing that you have this in the background, but it's become one of the most biggest talking points.
I would say, apart from maybe the Torres to Chelsea and Carroll and Suarez in 2011, that was in January. That was on deadline day. We've literally not done anything on a deadline day for years.
For a long time. Yeah.
So for us to be seeing all this info on the screen right now, I dreamed for days like this.
I know.
I literally used to dream we'd win a cup and we just wouldn't back ourselves in the market to go and retain that cup. It was always, we've won that, try and pick a few others up, but we've won the league and we've gone 500 million.
Yeah.
Go and dominate now for the next 5 years.
Fantastic.
That's the message, isn't it?
No,
that we're giving out.
And also, I feel like
whether it happens,
there's not the fact the window. I think the best thing to say, the reason like the window has been so insane, is that there's been a British transfer record this window
twice.
Twice. Like we literally once in the last 16 hours, and it feels like that's not even really registered
we've got
yet.
a lot of money in though, haven't we?
It's not even really registered yet. There's been a new transfer record hit literally today.
Here comes the money.
Yeah.
How do AGT aside? How do we feel about this Isak deal going through? Does this completely change the landscape of the Prem now?
I think it does. I think it gives him. I mean, the fact that they've gone out and signed Ekitike as well, which was meant to be the replacement. So they've pulled Newcastle's pants down, man. Like they've gone out,
wedged them.
Yeah, just said they go, no. They go, right, we're going to go and sign the geese that you wanted and the geese that you got.
But at that one point they thought they were having
Newcastle were trying to do that.
We're taking Liverpool for a dog walk, mate. No.
Video
We've just taken you
funniest
for a
videos
ride,
of the window.
Pulled your pants down and slapped your ass in front of everyone.
Hold that.
No, do you know what? Matty Renton doesn't have to hold it, right? It's people like that Scotty off Geordie Shore who's loud on Twitter. He can hold one. Yeah, that sausage as well. The little kid with the moustache, Geordie Josh.
Shouting out all of them.
Man. Yeah, I've seen them all. They're all very loud. But guess what? The fellow who kept scoring against us has just left you to join the champs. Yeah. So get out of here, man.
I'm gonna say, I think as far as picking destinations go for Isak, it's so boring, man. Why have you just moved to the champions? If you'd moved to someone else, it would have been more fun.
But why not?
It would have been more fun. No, I get why he's moved to Liverpool. Yeah. I'm not a Liverpool
he
fan.
wants to join the best.
I know. I get that. Why? If he had signed for Arsenal, for
best.
example, I'd be a lot more interested in. Now it's just like, Liverpool already had a sick young new striker.
Now they've got another one. In the 90s when they was all joining Man United, when they won league title after league title after league title.
No, I know. I'm saying this as a United fan.
Bang, we're going by him.
No, fair enough.
Very good point.
Boring. All these players at United, we were acting like the big boy club for the first time in my life.
Yeah. No, credit to Liverpool.
If you don't win this league title.
That's the big thing now, is with all this money spent, are Liverpool going to go now and reclaim the title? If they don't, that's when the questions will be asked.
The problem is,
but we will.
I think you will. I think you do it quite. I think that yesterday's game was a massive game. I know it's early in the season, but
psychologically,
psychologically, I think it's a massive early dominance. But the pressure is the pressure now. That's the problem. Is now it's pressure.
Bring it on.
That you've signed this, and now people are saying, right, that's their league to lose.
Yeah.
And when it's someone's league to lose, it's a lot easier to lose it than retain it.
Yeah.
And that is true.
Yeah.
I just can't see how. I mean, Guehi and Isak on the last day as well, added to what we've already done. 8 signings we've made. I'd say 7 of them walk into the starting lineup. If not, they're the first to come off the bench. So, honestly, like
fantastic.
I said, it's my head is falling off.
It's only if Isak gets injured. That's the only
Look, why are you saying that?
But then,
but I'm just thinking.
Bad mind.
I'm not wishing anything bad, but I'm just saying with his injury record.
No, listen,
that's the only thing I would say. I'll put a question mark.
But then Ekitike's got 3 goals in 4 games or something, and also a couple of assists as well already.
Can I ask you an honest question?
Yes,
right?
mate, go on.
If you knew he was going to become available, would you sign Gyökeres?
What if Isak was available?
If you knew he was going to become, because you
I would
wrapped
have
up
gone
that,
Isak.
and then all of a sudden,
I personally wanted Isak first, but then Gyökeres I thought was fine as well. But yeah, Isak, because I just felt his personality, his confidence, everything about him, it kind of oozes that je ne sais quoi, that Thierry Henry kind of feel. But I'm more than happy with Gyökeres. It's just the rest of the team. No, I'm happy with it.
I mean, Gyökeres' start has been a bit...
Can't have been happy.
little iffy.
It's been better than Sesko's. I
This
mean,
is
we'll
the
have to
typical Arsenal thing.
Sesko's
They go,
not
"Well, it's been
started
better than
in
That's
the
what I
Prem.
mean.
Say,
But that's what I
it's
mean.
not been great to watch.
How have you spent all
locked
that
up
money
yesterday as
and he's
well.
not starting? That's
Because he's 22. He will start. He will start. He needs to blend it. I mean, you've seen Gyökeres hasn't settled necessarily in the Prem. He probably will.
He scored goals.
the manager's
Yeah.
got to change for you, man. You're never going to get
Ooh, that's a
anywhere
big
like that.
call.
I think at the end of this season, the manager will maybe have to change.
You can't go to them and play like that. You cannot
don't
go
win
to them
titles
like that.
and sit there and lay low and hope you come away
Did
with a
we
point.
lay low or did? Because
Yeah.
when you speak to a lot of the Liverpool fans and you watch the first
I
half,
think both teams did. I
Yeah.
think both teams would.
I think we cancelled each other out,
But
and
I think that's for
go on.
a manager
Yeah.
that wants to win the Premier. Well, of course he wants to win the Premier, but a manager that goes and wins the Premier League sees that vulnerability early on and
Yeah.
goes for it early on. You know, what I mean? You
100%.
have to switch it as the game provides. And I think he just went there. He was desperate for a point. Martinelli starting is the cowardly thing to do for me, because you put Eze in there, he gives them issues.
I agree. That's
So,
exactly what I said.
Yeah.
It's a long season, 3 games in. As much as I was upset with Arteta, that kind of showed me the difference between, like I said, an elite manager and just a very good manager. He will have to learn from it, and it's what he does in these next few games. We've got Forest, City, Newcastle. If he doesn't tweak things, then 100% I'll say, all right, Liverpool will probably, they'll probably go on and win. But for me, I'm looking at the season and I'm saying, you have to win the Premier League.
Yeah.
I don't care who they buy. This is it now. You've had your chances. You've had all your excuses about injuries. I want you to go for the jugular. And unfortunately, like you said, as soon as we saw the team selection, I was kind of like, nah, you're going for the safe bet.
draw.
Yeah, I don't
But
like
that way of playing that he, has at the Etihad, St James's Park, the Liverpool ways, where he does kind of, and listen, you've got to credit Arsenal's defence, because as much as they've not got much creatively at the minute, like they are just rocks at the back.
We've
and
turned
the
it
scale is
around.
Great. But what I'm saying
Yeah.
is, like, across a season, 2 seasons, 3 seasons of coming second, that style eventually, when you don't have a go to the maximum, you don't take the handbrake off and really go for it and find a way to win. Like if things aren't going our way, we make the changes and we find the way to win without excuses. We just get the win, however it takes. Arsenal are happy to come away and not lose the game, and that gets you 82, 83 points, but it doesn't get you 94, 95
I don't think
points.
we're not happy. I don't think it's that. I agree. It kind of reminds me of like Atletico Madrid, Diego Simeone. How they're set up defensively. I've done like a little show before, and I just said, as much as I do blame the manager for yesterday, I also look at the players now, and I'm saying, this is your chance now to step up. This is your chance to showcase yourself. So yeah, your Martinelli's, I've already given up on him. Sorry, Marty, but it's the truth. Eze, he had it. As much as it's fantastic, he's come to us. He did have a chance yesterday. He could have buried it. He should have. Odegaard came on. He had a chance on the edge of the box. Didn't let it off. These are like the small margins in the games that a Liverpool or Man City will take a chance, and that's why I want them to take the shackles off and actually play some football. But I don't like how there's a lot of negativity, and it's like it's ugly football. It's not ugly football. This was one of our biggest weaknesses, our defence. Everyone said Arsenal will get brushed aside, but then we can go to Anfield and actually physically match
But you've
or
got to win
be
the
superior.
game.
Yeah, 100%.
To win the league, you've got to go to
But that
Anfield
was
and
our
win the
biggest
game.
thing. What was our biggest thing? We played beautiful football. Fantastic. I'll pay anything to watch Arsenal play. But defensively, oh mate, if you just give them a few knocks, that's it.
Yeah, but that was
now
like
you can't
5-6
do that with
years
us.
ago.
So it's kind of like it's flipped around. It's just a little tweak that Arteta, I think he knew what he done was wrong yesterday, and it was like a domino effect. I'm looking now at the next few games. I'm forgetting about Forest. I'm not saying we're going to just go over Forest and beat them, but I'm looking at the Newcastle and the Man City especially to see that he makes those changes.
Fair.
Yeah.
Big calls from Qualms. We've got some people in the super chat getting their. Oh, I immediately lost the chat. Getting involved. Yeah, if you want us to read out your opinions, let us know what you think, what we're saying. Get involved in super chats below. Yadvendra Singh has said, I don't understand this narrative that Liverpool have to win. We already won last season. We've lost a ton of starters. Even Real Madrid went trophyless after crazy window in 2009. The way I see it, if you win the Premier League and then spend close to £500 million on improvements, you can't take second. You cannot be okay with second place. And you say you've lost a number of starters, but as AGT has said, you've also signed like 7 players who can go straight into the starting 11.
I think that's a crazy attitude to have.
It is
Same.
crazy.
I think that's crazy. Like, we've already won it once. It's fine. We don't need to
Like
do
we
it
have been
again.
watching Man City win it back to back.
Yeah,
What?
I think that's a crazy
And we've done it the
attitude
right
to
way as well.
have. But,
I
think no one's saying they have to, but they're in a position to.
Yeah.
And they're building something for years.
Yeah.
This could be a dominant Liverpool team for a long,
The way
long
I've been
time.
saying is if they
planning to
don't
do.
win the league, it's a failure of a season in the Premier League.
Who said that?
No, that's what I think.
Oh.
I think they failed in their goals if they don't win the league this season.
Yeah, of course.
But then so have
Yeah,
Arsenal
but
and
if we
so
win
have
the
Chelsea
Champions
and
League,
so
the
have
FA
City.
Cup and the Carabao, listen, if I was to put my full confidence on us winning a trophy this season, it would be the Premier League. I think.
So you think out of all of them, it's the Premier League? You lot?
I think across 38 games, with the depth of the squad that we've got now, we can just bring on and rotate whenever we want. I think we win the league.
With the,
I know it's early, but
with this, I mean,
done it now, so we know how to do it
continued
again.
Problems with Man City, I think they've got to be favourites now. With the continued problems with Man
I
City.
think we already were.
Can you write Man
what,
City
Liverpool?
off? Can you write them off?
No,
though?
Liverpool are
They've got the same
100%
problems.
favourites for the league.
They've got the same issues. They've got the same issue. They haven't. They haven't
hit the ground running.
Yeah, they haven't. They haven't adjusted what they needed to do in defence. It's not their attack. It's a transitional Man City side.
Yeah.
And he hasn't sorted that defence out. He hasn't. You see the goals that they conceded yesterday.
Yeah.
It's-
Fantastic from Brighton.
Yeah,
really
brilliant
good
from
goals.
Brighton. But
yeah.
Brighton should not be getting near Manchester City.
No.
If Manchester City are serious about winning the Premier League again off of Liverpool, when Liverpool are doing this sort of business, they've got to be better.
I thought City would do more in the window because they signed a load of players right at the beginning of the window, even during that almost that
Shirky.
pre-window,
Yeah,
in order to get
Shirky,
people
Reinders.
over the line for the Club World Cup. And then they've now signed Donnarumma, which does help them in goal. I think James Trafford has looked a bit mess.
I know,
so
you
far.
know.
It's not a Man City signing though.
No, I know,
Donnarumma.
I get that, but I mean, in the way of Trafford's not looked great and Edison is going.
Yeah. all right.
So, and I think Stefan Ortega's been linked elsewhere potentially as well. I'm not sure if that's going to go through or not, but they've signed Donnarumma in at least an attempt to fix their transfer ways. But I do agree, City are kind of a side. I normally ignore them until about December, and then sometimes they completely kick into gear.
They get a run.
And win 21 games in a row.
That's why
Stupid
I
that.
can't write them off because I just know how they are. They done
At
that
the end
last
of the day, it's
season.
Pep.
They had a poor season, and they still managed to get a run and ended up in their position. So, for me, I can't. Yeah, I just they've got enough experience. They know what they need to do. Once they start clicking, I'll be checking over my shoulders for them for sure. But yeah,
They
obviously-
will hit about a form at some point. They always do.
Once he's
But it
got
depends
that
on when they
formula.
do it.
Yeah.
If they don't do it until March or April, then they're in a top 4 race.
I'm hearing a lot from Pep. All he says, if you listen to his interviews, all he says is about how good the new players are. Oh yeah, they're brilliant. It sounds like propaganda to me. It just sounds like he's trying to convince everyone. Do you
But
know
they
what I
are
mean?
good.
Like,
They are good though.
They are good signings.
They're
all right.
fantastic.
I'm
They're all right.
Yeah, look, well, I'd like them at my
Also, Cherky's
Cherky's
out for 2
When you
months
look
as
at what
well,
they're
actually.
doing, it just seems like he's trying to deflect from Liverpool and just saying, like, oh yeah, the ones we've got brilliant. And you look up the road there and like. That's the signings that they were making a couple of years back.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
yeah,
they're
yeah.
big signings.
Yeah.
So
proper stuff. What we're doing.
Yeah.
Proper stuff.
Navin has said, can we offer Palace Joe Gomez in order to get the Guehi deal over the line? Nervy end to the window, not going to lie.
It's kind of.
Would you
Guehi
accept that or
deal-
like that to happen, or
The
is
Guehi
that
deal was happening.
you reckon it's happening regardless?
Yeah, the
I mean,
famous
more
last
than
words.
Hour 38 is racing up the M1.
He's
It
broken
says
down.
in
His
the
car's
trailer,
broken
oh my
down. His car's broken down.
Where's the A?
Kids going out of school, man.
Backup cars behind him.
Indy
We
Kyler's
didn't
just
give enough
said,
time for the school traffic.
Are we still going to take Indy
Yeah,
Kyler's
of course. He's had a
word
great
for it?
window. He's
Yeah,
getting
Indy
big
Kyler's
shout outs.
good. Well done,
Liverpool's move for Guehi is still on,
He probably is,
but
yeah.
don't be celebrating until we put the emoji. It says.
Yeah, no.
What emoji? Has he got an emoji?
They got like
now?
a little party thing.
Yeah.
Emoji.
Has he got a party emoji going? Amor Rashid says, Dylan, I'm pissed that we did not get a DM # Glory Glory Man United. Yeah,
It's not going to
I
solve
agree.
your problems, though.
No, but I think not signing a DM is mad. I think the reason we've not done it is because we're so all in on getting Carlos Baleba next summer. I think we're so set on trying to get Baleba and or
From
Wharton.
what I've seen from you, man, that might be too late.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, man, but
We're in the championship.
but we have signed a new goalkeeper today. I said Lemen. It's not so. Literally today, my whole morning was watching Twitter, going, okay, is it Martinez Lemen, and then Lemen's there was the flight tracker thing.
Oh, yeah.
There was a flight tracker. United fans spotted late last night. There is a plane chartered between Antwerp and Manchester. He started flying, and midway through that flight, Dornstein comes out saying 18 million quid plus like 3.5 million add-ons. We've signed this new young goalkeeper, and it's one of the goalkeepers specifically. There's almost a reason not to play every single one of the ones we have at the moment. Tom Heaton is 40. So realistically, we're not going to he's not going to be a regular starter for us in the Premier League. I think he's played in the Premier League for us so far. Onana, no. He's made too many mistakes now. He just looks so out of it. It looks like he's never going to recover the form he had before. Bayern his passings look good, but he just looks flappy. It's so
weak.
easy to do that.
Yeah.
And then the reason I might not want to play him is purely because 23 years old, coming from Belgium.
Yeah.
What he's going to throw it is his debut going to be away against Man City? And
yeah.
are we really going to do that? And then immediately after that, it's Chelsea at home. Are we going to do that, or are we going to wait until Brentford away, for example, towards the end of September? So I'm interested to see. So Lamens won't be going on international duty. So he's literally in the last 5 minutes, he's just signed his contract. Right. Everything's sorted. He will have 2 weeks at United with whoever's not on international duty, which is good. He'll have 2 weeks with Amorim, provided that Amorim actually stays at the club, which I feel like he will. I feel like Amorim's not going to get sacked, I don't think. Unlike Eric Ten Hag, by the way, who's been sacked after 2 league games.
What did they say?
Which
What
is
is that
mad.
about?
That's crazy.
That is mad.
Within the space of 48 hours, all 3 ex.
It's in the space of 4 days.
Yeah, 4 days.
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer got sacked from Besiktas, and the day later it was
Jose as
Fabrizio
well.
Romano. Sorry, Fabrizio Romano. Jose Mourinho from Fenerbahce, and then a day off, and then Eric Ten Hag's gone.
Maybe they're all making themselves available for if it comes back.
For the job,
Yeah.
they're all going to band together and find some
Fantastic
sort of
four.
like triple.
Fantastic
Yeah,
four.
but us not signing a midfielder, it's a weird one. I thought if we had the 65 to 70 million to sign Šeško right after we signed Kunyun and Bumo, part of me thinks, why didn't we use that to go and get a midfielder? Or even if it's Baleba, the Baleba stuff happened with 2 weeks to go.
Yeah.
Why didn't you explore that a month earlier, for example? Because it only really got explored with 2 weeks left of the window. Obviously, Brighton are just going to go, it's mid-August, lads, pay us a ridiculous amount of cash. So I'm thinking maybe, and obviously Mainu is staying now despite initially wanting to leave. Ugarte's still there, Casemiro's still there, Bruno Fernandes plays deeper, and we do have this young kid called Sekou Kone, who's injured at the moment, but he does look mint and could get some games. We also only have 40 games this season. We're out the Carabao Cup, no European football. I think maybe United have just gone, let's see if hopefully the midfield hold it together.
No excuses. What happens if you lot don't get into the European position, even though you got lesser games now? What happens?
That's a failure of a season. And then Amorim, I think, will go.
The club,
yeah, but I mean, if it's not going well when we're 17th, or not, maybe not 17th, let's say we're 12th by December, the club might look at it and go, maybe not, we'll get rid of him. But that's kind of one of those things it might be, let's say we get smacked against City and Chelsea.
Well, this is what I'm saying. The next couple of games is big.
Next couple of games, massive for Amorim.
Yeah.
And not signing a midfielder definitely hinders him because our 4 first team options aren't fantastic. Bruno Fernandes and Kobe Mainu individually are incredible players, but we've seen that the midfield too just doesn't seem to work. United, there's so much space.
Yeah.
So he's gonna have to manage that. He might now change his formation or change his tactics. Now that he knows he's definitely not getting a midfielder.
Well, you sound a lot like us. We was really struggling midfield.
Yeah.
Really struggling. We got that new kid in yesterday, and he's completely, a couple of days ago, and he's completely lit the place up. He was fantastic.
Just coming in. Alexander Isak has now arrived back at Liverpool's training ground. Paperwork all signed earlier and exclusively revealed. Just media matters to sort. LFC trying to make the official announcement tonight.
Damn. He must be so excited.
They're gonna want to do it before he goes away, won't he? Won't they?
Yeah, on international duty. Fair play.
I won't let him go.
Guehi's allegedly done as well.
Yeah.
Says who? Is it? Trust me, bro. Navin says you can take the managers, Ole, Jose, Eric Ten Hag out of Man United, but you can't take the Man United out of the managers.
That's a good way of saying it. I like that.
It's a hard life being an ex-United manager because it seems that everyone just goes downhill after that.
Yeah.
Louis van Gaal's kind of held it up a
has,
little
I
bit.
think Jose's got one more roll of the dice.
He said he'll come.
He wants a
come to the
relegation
Prem, innit?
scrap, doesn't he? I swear he said
I feel
that
like
before.
Out of the top 6,
I feel like he could win the Europa League for Forest if he went there.
But I think he
Forest,
said he
yeah,
wants.
that'd be a
Would
good
you
one.
take him at West Ham? Jose Mourinho? If Graham Potter goes?
They would. They
I
would.
wouldn't.
Come on.
I've never been a massive fan of his, even in his pomp. I just think he's too
Oh, you'd
self-involved.
have him though for a year.
But
wouldn't you?
for the box office, I'd take him.
For the content on your channel,
Yeah,
I'd
of
love
course,
That's what we
yeah.
want,
Oh,
mate.
Jose Mourinho press conferences, by the
imagine
way.
him going.
Yeah,
If he's at a club you support, his press conferences are second to none.
But
They're
the thing is with
amazing.
him is he'll get the job done.
Yeah.
Whatever he's got to do, he does it.
Yeah,
he
yeah,
might do
yeah.
it by hook or crook, but
Yeah.
he does it.
Yeah.
And
Could even win you a cheeky little cup or something.
well, he ain't even in a bloody cup.
Oh yeah, shit.
Oh, you
sorry.
got knocked out, yeah.
But I do think he's got a roll of the dice. One more in England. Maybe even like.
Did you
what
see
are the
the-
clubs? West Ham, Forest, and Wolves.
His quote was last year is he wants to come to a club that's not in Europe,
Yep.
bottom of the league,
Bottom of the
and all
league.
that. And then there was a picture of him doing it.
He's playing. You sure it weren't AI?
Yeah, of course it's AI, yeah, but I'm just saying, like, you know what I mean? Like, but it's, you know, a club struggling at the bottom and he wants a project and all that
I
sort of
love
thing.
that though.
But
I love that. He wants to test himself.
he's done everything.
I
Yeah,
grew
yeah,
up
yeah,
kind
yeah.
of loathing him because he gave the Liverpool fans that one when Gerrard scored that own goal. Tried to get Gerrard, but as time's kind of passed on and I've seen him being pundit and stuff, the way he speaks about the club, like and he's come through with Bobby Robson. He was his translator.
Yeah.
And I feel like someone's definitely going to make a film about him one
He's
day.
a legend.
He is a footballing
He's a legend.
Actually, as
Oh,
I've
yeah.
got older,
Big
I think,
time.
Yeah.
what a character, man.
He
That's
is.
what the
Great
game's about.
character.
Great
You hear all the
character.
stories from all the ex-players and that.
Wicked personal, like you could. If I played for him, I'd probably run through a wall for him.
Just an interesting man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Do you know
clever.
what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
love to have a
what an
conversation
Yeah,
with
of
him.
course, yeah, I would.
Won the Champions League.
I know.
With
Porto.
Porto.
I know.
Treble.
The treble.
Yeah.
And the UEFA Cup.
Yeah.
With
And
them.
then went and won the treble again with Inter
It's
Milan.
unbelievable.
with
what he
Pep.
did.
That's impressive. He won a trophy with Man United.
Yeah,
Like
man.
that.
That was his
That
greatest
That was his
achievement.
greatest achievement,
That's what he
man.
said.
He won 2 with
And he
us.
almost won one with Tottenham.
Do you know what? I heard,
Yeah.
I heard why. Do you know what? I heard a rumour why they let him go.
Yeah.
I heard that it's because if he'd won a trophy, they'd let him pay him a huge amount of money, and they didn't want to pay him the money.
Trophy
you
bonus.
serious?
10 mil.
yeah.
Because
Seriously.
they were thinking, wait,
That's
Levy-
mad.
Levy was like, no.
and they thought he'd organised it so well that they let him go just before the cup final. They'd win the cup final anyway, and not have to pay him this huge bonus, and it was a financial decision.
Wow.
That's crazy, isn't it?
That is.
I
Yeah.
got,
horrible.
that graphic comparing Ryan Mason's managerial career to Pep Guardiola.
Yeah.
If you guys remember, it is one of the funniest things. It was like 1 game, 1 win, 549 games, 487
Yeah.
wins, 19 trophies or whatever it was. Yeah, we've got plenty of transfer rumours still coming in. We've got Man City. Obviously, we've been talking about Donnarumma, but it looks like that Galatasaray might be finalising a deal for Gundogan.
I've just seen a picture of him with the shirt in his hand. So.
Oh, there you go. Very much finalising a deal.
That's
And we've
fine,
also got Johan Wissa's just been announced as Newcastle's number 9. So pretty literally taking up Callum Wilson's top. So with the Wissa deal, by the way,
hang on.
Isn't it?
Callum Wilson's top. Alan Shearer's top.
Yeah.
well, Callum
let's
Wilson
have
was the
some
last
respect.
number 9.
Mighty have
I
fallen,
know,
isn't
but
it?
the number 9
It's
at
an
Newcastle.
iconic one.
Yeah.
Walt Marder was told, you ain't that guy yet, bro.
They're giving
you
it-
can
they're
have a
giving
2
it to
plus
Wissa.
7, that equals 9, so have 27. But Wissa, he's not even a number 9, is
Nah.
No.
he? He's more of
It's
like,
like a silver on Wilton.
That is-
So
that
it's
is big
not
pressure.
official yet. So, but Ben Jacobs says, understand Johan Wissa will wear the number 9 at Newcastle United. Brentford this season, they've sold a lot of their key players, but they've made a ton of cash. So with Mbeumo and Wissa alone, that's about 121 million or something like that, or 111 million
Unless
quid.
they,
Yeah.
unless
Between
they
the two
start
of them.
stacking that money in the goal, they're going to be in trouble.
Yeah,
I mean, you brick it up with money,
I was-
they might be all right, but what are you going to do with
I
it?
was saying a while ago that Brentford, I think, are definitely a team that are in trouble.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so. Especially after the collapse the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's under the, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They like it
worrying
just
for them.
it doesn't look fantastic for them.
Look at their games, actually.
There's
Brilliant.
Wolves have signed a 6'6" striker or are looking to sign 6'6" striker RO.
Yeah, he's there now.
He's there now.
they
Yeah.
confirmed it.
So obviously Strand Larsen stayed. They've lost Cunha, and Wolves have looked flat when I've watched them since. Obviously Cunha was like their main guy without Nuri doing so well with them. They've also lost. I can't remember the name of that midfielder. think Wolves have just sold as well. I can't remember his name, but regardless, the Wolves have sold 3 starting 11 players, but they've kept Strand Larson, and they've got this 6'6" striker. Do you think they might be going, right, just stay up this season? Safety option, big man up top.
I think there's a couple like that. I think we're like that. Just stay up. Just stay up.
I got to say, Callum Wilson looked epic for you.
He was brilliant.
He was amazing. Yeah.
I've hated Callum Wilson for years and years. And he was absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
But he weren't in Bowen's good books after taking
He
out.
got in the way, innit?
No, that was a goal of the season. That was Messi.
He went all the way through.
That
He
goal
was just
from Bowen was
I could see what he was
mad.
about to do as well, because I was sitting just behind him when he was doing it, right? He went bob, 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 round 5 players, and he was just about to give that little death roll into the other corner that done him, and Wilson just went bob, I'm trying to put it in the bottom corner.
You just saw Bowen's head go back, and he's just
Lord.
thinking, for fuck's sakes. Yeah, no.
That would be the goal of the season.
It would have been.
Yeah, if you
That's
keep
happened.
Callum
Do you remember when Ronaldo for Portugal against Spain went round like 4 players, chips it over Casillas? It's about to be a wonder goal.
Yeah.
And
Someone
on the
knocked
line,
it in.
Nani heads it
Nani's
in.
offside,
and he's
nods it in.
And he's like, what have you just done? That was a highlight reel special.
Yeah. Aston Villa have had quite a big day today, actually.
Yeah.
They had started it by announcing Victor Lindelof, free transfer. I think that's a pretty decent sign. Obviously, he's free, 2-year contract for a guy, Premier League proven. He'll be fourth choice centre back.
Played in a Premier League.
Premier League
say
experience,
proven.
I guess.
Yeah.
But and then they're about to sign Jadon Sancho on a season-long deal, which I mean,
do you think about it?
Harvey Elliott?
We'll see. But and then they've now
That one I like,
the
Harvey
deal
Elliott.
that I was leading up
They
to
were
is Harvey
interested
Elliott,
in,
£35 million.
They were interested in Asensio, bringing him on loan again after he was so good. So I think Harvey kind of makes you go, well, we're not going to get Asensio back again. Obviously, Sancho's a wide player as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, creatively they're struggling at the minute. And Harvey, do you know what? I've met him. I've worked with him. I think he's such a great boy.
Yeah.
He's a massive red. You know, his dad's obsessed with the club. It was his dream to play for Liverpool. He's won 2 Premier League titles, and I think for all parties' sakes, and his party is the one I'm most interested in on a personal level. Like, make sure you go and shine now. You know, you deserve these minutes. And when Klopp left Liverpool, one of the last things he said was, "One thing I regret about being a manager is I didn't play Harvey Elliott."
Yeah, that
and
speaks
then Klopp's
volumes.
come in. I mean, he's not really. He's got that moment against PSG last season away in the last minute of the game. But Slot's not really fancied him. We've obviously got Wirtz in. So it's got to the point now where I'm like, come on, bro, go and get your minutes, shine.
Because he's got the World Cup
so
coming
good,
up
mate.
as well, isn't it? So
I know, but he won't get in the England team whilst Harry Kane's there. That's why he doesn't get in the England team, I think, because of an incident back in the day.
Oh, an incident.
they got beef.
So I think it's a great move for him. Top club. They need someone like him at the minute. He'll get loads of minutes. And honestly, I think he's such a diamond of a player, and I wish him the absolute best. Brilliant.
It's nice. Isn't that nice?
It's nice. It's nice.
No, it's a good signing for Villa, for Unai Emery as well.
And also, especially after Villa lost out on Paqueta. West
Yeah.
Ham.
I
Yeah.
love what Paqueta done though. Yeah,
Oh, mate,
wicked.
I was just saying
Yeah.
to Nicky before, that's got to be one of the best ways I've ever seen a player say they're staying.
Yeah.
Is he's clearly was thinking about that. He took the pen, scored the pen.
Yeah.
And
I think
that
the
was
deal
mad.
for us, when you look at what and trust me when I say this, I think the hierarchy at the top of our club would have sold him for 47 million. To lose money on a player like that would have been criminal. And I was thinking to myself, you know what? Obviously, we've got problems at West Ham. We've got big problems. And you think to yourself, like, maybe they just need to shift him out. The way they sold Kudus, it was a panic. You know what I mean? Like, £55 million come in. Everyone was away at the Club World Cup. There was no one really competing for him. And you know, the likes of Chelsea were interested. Arsenal were even interested.
Yeah,
at one
we're
point.
sniffing around.
And you know, everyone's away doing what they've got to do. And as soon as that £55 million bid came in, they just went. And it started to make me think, because we don't deal with him. You know what I mean? We don't deal with him at all, and we've been years and years where we just don't deal with them.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden I started thinking, we've got problems here.
Yeah.
To sort of like submit like that and sort of bow down like that when you're asking £85 million is a release clause. You know, there was talks about Saudi and all that. Apparently he was pushing for a move to Spurs, which in my mind, if someone's pushing for a move to Spurs when you play for West Ham, get him out of the club. Just let go. You know what I mean? But to bow down like that. So I thought they may have been tempted to do that. I wasn't against it. I wasn't against him moving, but I would not have taken a loss for him, because I don't think that before yesterday's game, with the Fernandes and a couple of midfielders that come in, he wasn't what we needed.
Yeah.
You know, we need something else. You know what I mean? But Fernandes came in, he gave us a bit of steel in the midfield, played the left wing, but was dropping in and making tackles, and then all of a sudden Paqueta just lit the place up.
Yeah.
And then for him to, and I'm sitting there thinking to myself, halfway through the game, I'm thinking to myself, he's playing well. Is he playing for the move?
Yeah.
And as soon as he tucks that penalty and he gives it all of that, I thought if he moves now, that'd be the biggest.
That would be the worst stab in the heart,
mate. Yeah,
like Trent when he did that. Remember?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think he's killed all the rumours.
Yeah. Killed it. Absolutely killed it.
I mean, he's definitely staying there. You can't do that and then leave.
No.
You really can't do that and then
I
leave.
know we're in 2025, but if you kiss the badge, for me, that's like it's a contract that you're making between yourself and the fans.
It's a
and I know
social
it's get over it. He's only kissed the badge, but to do that and then grab the irons and kiss that, I was like, wow.
I think there's
fair play to him.
there's two sides of it as well. Like we talk about Paqueta, but then also with Marc Guehi and like how he's handled himself, even Eze and Crystal Palace. I love that relationship where they still love the club. They've got so much respect for the club, but they can leave with their head held high. It's not like the deal's not like a funny deal or it's like a under the table type of deal. It's like, you know what, we've
Like
managed.
Rice.
Yeah, like Declan Rice. It was kind of like, you lot were happy to see him because he's given everything for us. Whilst he's worn the shirt, you go on and you go on to better things. And I think even Guy scored an incredible goal yesterday.
Oh, it was a screamer.
Yeah. But he was like holding the shirt and he was saying obviously
That's the best way to leave a football.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, scoring a screamer.
And Dean Henderson was like pushing him over to the fans. Saying, go on, have your
It was a lovely moment.
I mean, on Guehi, Mikhail Feldman says if Liverpool don't sign Guehi, they'll lose the league. I don't even know what he's trying to say there, man.
They'll lose the league.
They'll lose the league. There you go. They'll lose the league.
No, the wrong way around.
If Liverpool don't sign Guehi now, Konate yesterday was fantastic against Arsenal. His head's been in the clouds.
It was all
I
right.
think it was great.
We didn't really test him.
He was wicked.
No, because
really
he completely nullified your
know what?
He didn't nullify, bro.
£55 million
Virgil done that. Virgil done that.
No, they did it.
Konate didn't
Konate
have to
was
do
really
much
good yesterday,
because we
bro.
didn't give him much to deal with.
You've got to give Konate credit where credit's due.
What did he do? He didn't do nothing.
He stifled your
Got
attack.
clean sheets.
Stifled the
The
attack.
mighty
Yeah,
Arsenal.
well, you didn't score.
Bro, Martinelli literally just handed him the ball. All he needed to do is jockey with him. It's not like it was great defending. He just done the basics. For me, it's Virgil that stood out, or Kirkes
Virgil was
even.
unbelievable as well.
Kirkes on the left was fantastic because he was being tested. Konate didn't really get tested. It was an easy game
You know what
for him.
Virgil was just so clutch at? You know when you're winning the game and they get a corner in the last second, they get a free
Wins
kick
that
and
important
he wins
header.
that header.
Yeah.
No one else is winning
When-
that
Yeah,
header.
yeah.
When he's like a magnet.
Yeah.
Even every corner that comes in yesterday, like 7 out of 10 times, he's heading it away.
Yeah, you guys
Newcastle
dealt
away,
with
in the last
Arsenal set
minute when they're
pieces really
wrapping it
well.
into the box.
Yeah,
from the
yeah.
corner,
Really, really well.
He heads it away. He's like, how many points is that worth? Across
Yeah,
the
no.
season?
No, but the point to argue that if they don't sign their £35 million centre back, they're not going to win the league. They've just
No,
signed the
don't
guy that
take
scored
it that
20.
seriously, mate.
I don't
He
know.
didn't even spell it correctly. So.
I'm just saying, not true.
Hey,
I think that's so
Still
not
6
true.
weeks holiday, mate. You're back to school next
Yeah,
week.
come on, man.
Yeah, I think that Chelsea had a fairly quiet win, quiet deadline day after their billions of signings, but they've announced the signing of Facundo Buonanotte from Brighton for a season-long loan, and also obviously the other day they announced Alejandro Garnacho, 40 million quid, which is an interesting buy. I still don't know how to feel about it. As a United fan, I don't know how to feel about it.
It's one of them ones, isn't it? It could be Sterling all over again. You know what I mean?
Or he could be amazing because
He'll
he's
be amazing,
21.
yeah.
He'll
He's
hit the
21.
ground
Also,
running.
they've
He's
sold
very
Tyreek
good.
George, haven't they?
I think his move to Roma collapsed. Tyreek
he's
George,
gone
I'm not sure, and he's gone
to Fulham.
Gone to Fulham, there
Which
you go.
isn't a real rivalry, let's have it right. I know they had a derby last week, and geographically it is a derby, but I mean, come on.
At this
Sterling
point,
probably end up there as
Chelsea
well.
don't really have any. It's probably West Ham more than anything.
Yeah.
Like in terms of like the actual most fiercest rivalry Chelsea
Chelsea
have,
and
because
Arsenal, forget
Chelsea and
about
Arsenal are
it.
best mates.
Yeah.
Tottenham, innit?
But I mean, do Chelsea care
Always
about
selling
Tottenham?
Yeah, they
your
do.
players
Yeah,
to them
they
and
do.
vice versa.
Do they really care?
We do good business. They
Whereas
do
I know at
business.
least when they play
That's
West
it.
Ham, like at least you guys are very up for it, trying to
It's
smack
got to be
Chelsea
the
around
two
when you
clubs
can.
in the Prem with the most shared players. Arsenal
Arsenal,
United.
Chelsea.
Oh, easily, yeah.
Or Arsenal, Chelsea, but
Yeah.
Arsenal, United, Arsenal, Chelsea, yeah.
Yeah, it's annoying, but yeah, Garnacho, I think is a good signing for Chelsea. I think that is one of the weaknesses is their width. You know, what do they have? And Garnacho's got those characteristics of a good winger, and he's very hungry on the ball. Doesn't give up, keeps going. I think you need that, especially in the Premier League. And because of his age as well, and under Maresca, he'll do well in that environment compared to at Man United. So no disrespect.
Yeah, well, and also he's got like Garnacho. I think he was really overplayed. Not last season before. He started 37 games in a row, all competitions.
Yeah.
As a 20-year-old. Then when Amorim came in and he was playing less, it was perceived, like, I think he had it in his head perceived that he was losing the position he had because we had no other wingers. We had just Rashford, Garnacho and Højlund was our front three, and we had no one else was playing because the other option was Anthony. Joshua Jumbo sends in a super chat with no message.
Yes,
but thank you very much for super chat, big up. But there is also, as it's just come up on the screen, Akanji seems to be off to Inter Milan. And Man City already look like they don't have a fantastic defence. We were speaking earlier about Man City. I can't remember if it was on or off camera before or not, but City, their defence, they've signed Donnarumma, but they could be in for a bit of just continual defensive lapses. But the really mad story that's been on the last 2 days involving Chelsea is the Nicholas Jackson stuff. Nicholas Jackson stuff has been mental because Chelsea wanted a loan with an obligation to buy, 10 million loan with 60 million obligation to buy, and then Bayern then bid 13.5 million loan, which is an insane loan fee for the option to buy him for 58 million, whatever it was. Then Delap got injured and they recalled him, but he refused to come home. His agent then decided to stay with him in Munich. And then Munich told him, you may as well leave, this isn't going to happen. And then he then decided that he was going to instead go to Senegal to chill out for a few weeks or play international. I can't remember if he's called up for duty or not. And then he then decided not to go. And then now the talks seem back on, and it seems like the deal is going to happen with another, I can't remember what the difference was, but it's been a mad 48 hours for a mad 72 hours for Nicholas Jackson. But he has got his move in the end.
He's collecting a lot of air miles, isn't it?
Loads of air miles, man. And then also that means that Sunderland have now seen Guehi, I don't know how to say his name, recalled after 3 games. So Sunderland now don't have a striker.
Guehi,
that's how you say it. Sunderland now have the implications of that was that they've not got a striker. So it's all a bit mad on that front from Chelsea and Jackson. But I'm happy that Jackson's got his move in the end. I feel like he'd been ousted from Chelsea. There was a lot of umming and ahhing about, is he going to play, is he not going to play? And then they signed Delap, then they got João Pedro. So Jackson's got his move to a big club. He'll play alongside Harry Kane. If Harry Kane was to leave the next couple of years, he'd then be 25, 26, starting up front for Bayern Munich.
I think he'll do well under Company. And I think he'll do well on the Munich team. It's just like you said, how is he going to get himself into that team with Harry Kane? He scored, 90 goals? Something ridiculous like that. As much as
it's insane, isn't it?
It's ridiculous,
isn't it?
I'm like, flipping hell, mate. I hated him because he was at Spurs, but I can't hate him as a player, as a striker. He's phenomenal.
Is he the purest goal-scoring striker you've ever seen?
I think so.
He could be pure goals.
He could be, yeah. It's funny because I got one of my friends who works in the England setup, and he's always talking about Kane and his finishing, and he's like, mate,
it's insane.
It's like left foot, right foot, it doesn't matter. Anywhere in the box, he's getting it on target. It's going bottom corner, fizzes it in, bang, 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 top bins. He's so clinical.
It's the range of goals he scores, isn't it?
That as well.
I mean, he can hit him outside the box. He's there to poach him inside the box. He's good at heading. He's good at everything.
His IQ's unbelievable. It's like I don't know. Teddy's showing him.
Sorry, David Ornstein talking about Marc Guehi. Marc Guehi underwent medical ahead of proposed transfer from Crystal Palace to Liverpool, but move now in jeopardy amid Crystal Palace issues finding adequate replacement. Talks now between 25-year-old and manager Glasner to make final decision on transfer switch. There is 1 hour, 49 minutes and 27 seconds left of this window. David Ornstein has said something that you very much don't like.
Look at his face. That doesn't seem confident now.
Clip that bit at the beginning.
Well, listen, let's see what happens.
There you go. Okay, so just further reading into the article, difficulty sourcing an adequate replacement have increased Glasner's pre-existing opposition to the sale of his captain, and an outcome expected following discussions with the pair. Glasner has been resolute that Guehi should not be allowed to leave unless suitable cover arrives. Palace has struck an agreement in principle for JD Cavot to join from Toulouse, but that's yet to be confirmed ahead of the deadline in just over an hour.
How has that not been confirmed yet? That's been on the table for a good week.
Yeah.
But either way, deal so in jeopardy.
He's done the medical, but the move in jeopardy as they've obviously got a replacement to bring in. So I mean, look, they're going to be speaking. They're going to be on the phone now, aren't they? As we speak, Guehi and Glasner.
While Guehi's up in the car to Liverpool.
Yeah, got him on loudspeaker, of course. He won't be driving, will he?
It's in the service station, isn't it?
But yeah, Glasner has been resolute, like the post says. He's been very quick to say that he's not for sale if he goes. I think yesterday, didn't he say if he goes, I'm going to walk or something crazy like that? I don't know how true that is, but I think with an hour 13 to go, there's some work to do. There's some phone calls to be made, and obviously Palace have got to bring their fella in as well.
He just come up there. West Ham were looking at a different defender. It was in B, I think it was. I've never heard of him.
Okay.
So maybe the Eagles gone back to Crystal Palace. Maybe. I mean, Brighton to Palace is a mad move.
Yeah.
It's not an easy one.
They say they're rivals as well, don't they? Which I guess geographically they're not, but you know. Oh God! Well, the fee's been agreed.
It's getting tasty.
35 million is an absolute steal for him.
It's such a steal, isn't it? Why so low?
But he's gone through the medical. Pretty much everything's been signed, but we've just.
It's literally it's Palace just saying not signing on the dotted line until they get replacement, which is what to be fair to them, what they've said the entire.
They've
window.
got to keep that manager happy as well, because he's
a top manager. He's really good, isn't it?
I mean, on the subject of Glasner, Navin says if Guehi goes to Liverpool and Palace don't sign any adequate replacements, Glasner goes to Leverkusen. That's just a super chat. Just Navin's just saying that, but I can see it. I can definitely see it after they sacked Ten Hag so quickly.
Maybe I just say, you know what, screw this.
Getting a bit nervous.
You get nervous?
Getting a bit nervous here.
Ooh. So you feel like this is a defining signing?
When you
more
see
so.
move in jeopardy, it's not the most comforting sentence, is it?
But don't you feel like you're equipped to go forward with the Premier League minus Marc Guehi or Guehi?
No, we've come this far. He's literally in a car going to Liverpool. This cannot not happen now. This must happen now.
I mean, there is also, it's come out in Italian media today that Crystal Palace want Milan's Pavlovic to replace Guehi apparently, but they've literally got according to Sky Sports, they've literally got an hour and 12 minutes. I mean, if we will see the resolution of this in the next hour or so. Normally this stuff
has just tweeted as well. The Harvey Elliott deal to Villa for 35, obviously at the end of a loan, will have direct effects on negotiations for Morgan Rogers to Liverpool in the coming months. Liverpool big admirers of the player.
He's a good
Morgan Rogers is quality.
And there was that last week that came out, but an hour and 12 to go. And
not the greatest
not
start for Villa.
No, definitely not.
They're
really
losing
bad.
some key players,
I mean, Watkins and Rogers, I don't think either of them done anything.
Did you see the interview with the manager yesterday when he was asking about the goalkeeper?
Oh,
I heard about it. What was he
He was
saying?
just saying the other goalkeeper's name.
He just said it 4 times.
What was his name with the goalkeeper? Remind me, because I
can't even remember.
Bizot?
Yeah, it's Bizot.
Is it
So
Bizot?
it was just, and I was going, why ain't he going? And he was going, someone Bissot. And again, but why is he going to be your goalkeeper? And he's just saying the name over and over.
Who was the first choice goalkeeper now? Bizot. Yeah. It was
everything she said.
He doesn't help himself.
Like 4 times in a row. It's an unreal intro for a compilation, though. If he ends up doing well, does it? Yeah. Josh Jumbo says the EPL is turning out to be the Super League with all these insane signings. Gosh.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of the signings in the Premier League this summer have been Premier League to Premier League teams.
Yeah.
Weird, isn't it? It's like the WWE nowadays, isn't it?
It is. It's like we're playing live Football Manager.
Yeah.
The fella Igor Julio, he was the one that was running back to catch Jared Bowen in the final.
Oh yeah,
did you know that? Yeah. So he knows all about West Ham.
Couldn't catch him.
Yeah, couldn't catch him, mate.
Interesting.
Come on, lads.
280p says I'm more relaxed after Gomez looked like a boss last night.
Yeah, the cameo from Gomez. He won
he
the
was
most
great.
challenge. He won the most duels, and he was on for 15 minutes.
Yeah, again, it's just he done well, but did we give him enough to do?
And
Like,
Endo
did we
as well,
really
man.
test him out?
My guy, he knows. Just go on, get a yellow card, and come off.
He pulled back. Who did he pull back? He's fucking had his shorts.
Yeah, look. He's on my t-shirt, mate. I love him. I absolutely love Wataru Endo. Here's Japanese Endo, and he's gonna win the league.
Brighton look like they're having a real clear out.
Endo.
Brighton,
Yeah.
And Ciso as well.
But then it's who they bring in. They always manage to bring in new talent.
They'll bring in some 18, 19-year-old and turn that to be the next big thing.
Yeah.
Because their scouting network's just incredible.
Yeah. It's one of the best.
Yeah.
We thought we was getting that, but we didn't get that. You get that scouting network.
Yeah, great. Yeah, Graham Potter without
One
Brighton
from
scouting
Temu.
network.
A team of
You've got Temu Brighton. That's what we are.
We've not really spoken about Arsenal so far this stream, but Reece Nelson is set to join Brentford on loan after Newcastle obviously signing Wissa. Reece Nelson obviously he was linked to a 15 million move to Palace, but obviously hasn't gone through. He's now going to Brentford on loan. Would you rather he was sold permanently?
I like Reece Nelson. I thought he showed a lot more than a lot of the wingers that we currently have in the squad. Arsenal boy, through and through. It would be sad to see him go. In the sense, from the business perspective, yes, I would prefer to sell him. But if he goes on loan, I want him to play football, regular football. And I think he's been trying to fight. He's been trying to get Arteta's attention for a while. But Arteta just doesn't favour him. He'd just rather Trossard or Martinelli. So, yeah, if he goes on loan, that's fair enough. I just feel like in terms of our business, as much as we've brought in certain signings and we can congratulate Berta on that, I think it's the outgoings is like a lot of question marks. When you look at like what Chelsea, the business that they've done with Nico Jackson, Liverpool, we don't really sell. We're not really a big selling club. We're probably right at the bottom, which is a bit sad. Lokonga, how much did we sell him for? I think it's just been announced like 3.5 or 2.5 million. That's nothing. That's peanuts. So yeah, it's a bit disappointing in that sense. What's he talking about? Is he talking about West Ham?
Well, he is outside the West Ham stadium. Yeah, so as you said, Hamburg set to sign Lokonga and also Fabio Vieira. Fabio Vieira going there as well, isn't he?
Yeah. With an option to buy, I believe, or something on loan. Option to buy. So, yeah, the business. There's a lot of players that still need to go, in my opinion. It would have been nice to see some other names on there, but yeah, Reece, I'm happy for him. Fabio Vieira, I thought he could have had something at us. I would have liked to have seen him because, but it's just one of those things now. We just have to wait and see. We've got an hour left, Arsenal. And I imagine, though, if Arsenal make another signing, though, that would kind of flip the script. Yeah, it's good defensively. I mean, like, after what happened yesterday, creativity-wise, if we could bring someone else in.
Just got Eze.
Yeah, I know. I'm happy with Eze. But I'm just saying.
What do you want?
There's no way you're getting another attacking player.
You never
another
know.
Midfielder. Another midfielder.
Maybe.
Another attacking player.
Another midfielder.
You want another striker?
In the next hour, nothing's happening.
I think I'll take a winger. I'll take another winger. Yeah,
You're not signing anyone, though. There's an hour left of the window.
You never know. You never know, people.
There's no way.
You never know.
I highly
happen
doubt
on transfer deadline day.
Not that, though.
On Guehi, I mean, Fabrizio Romano's come out and spoken about it, but it's the same thing. As always, Fabrizio Romano said, Marc Guehi's medical completed in London with player waiting for Palace. Green light to sign at Liverpool after Igor's deal collapsed as replacement. Palace set to make decision with Parish, Glasner on it. So I think Marc Guehi, he's on Zoom with Glasner, with Parish and everything, trying to sort this out.
Please.
I mean,
tugging at his heartstrings.
Guehi will be stood there saying, just let me go, and they're just going to be going.
Well, he had that first game of the season. He had a little bit of a spat wound, didn't it? And there was something going on there.
Didn't shake his hand or something like that.
Yeah, walked straight past him.
Right.
Was having a little few words and all that. So it might not be the greatest of relationships at the moment, and that could just strain it to the.
Fulham have agreed a deal to sign Kevin, €40 million plus 5 million add-ons. Long-term deal agreed with Kevin and all deal. So they've signed him over Sporting.
Okay.
Just as Fabrizio Romano, as we speak, came out with that. Rasmus Højlund's just signed his contract with Napoli.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah.
So it's official.
That's a loan, isn't it?
It's a loan with an option to buy that becomes an obligation
What
for
a goal.
that Guehi goal is incredible.
What a boy.
Yeah, what was it? I'm not actually seeing his exact celebration. So what did Guehi do?
Just slides on the floor and
Big slide.
Yeah.
That's
I'm going to Liverpool.
I mean, he's Liverpool for Guehi, like, is seen as a dream move and all that. That's why it's been reported.
Yeah.
But I think if it wasn't to go through in the next hour or so, he's not going to throw his toys out the pram. He is the captain at the end of the day.
I can't. I don't know, man. Like, obviously, I support a club that we don't typically win things. Yeah, them boys there, they've just won them their first trophy ever. He's just about to have a chance to go to the champion. I don't think you can deny him.
Stand in his way.
Stand in his way, man.
Yeah.
Like, he's done too much for the club.
Yeah.
To stand in his way. I think
if they don't get anyone in.
What's that?
They're short if they don't get anyone in.
I know, but they're going to be all right this season. They're not going to go down. What do they expect to do? You know, we don't expect to do anything like that. If someone come
Well, they're in Europe, aren't they?
I think the real issue
maybe.
for them might be like they're looking ahead to next summer, going Glasner might not be there next summer. They're definitely selling Wharton. Mateta might look for a move because if Mateta's on 2 years left on his deal, not signed a new contract yet. They're in the Conference League, so they need to keep as many players as they can. Like, in the Conference League, how much that can affect your Premier League.
Yeah.
Like Palace do definitely want to keep their players, so I can really see why they don't want to.
I can see why they
lose
don't
game
want to,
without
but I'm
reason.
just saying,
Yeah.
like, it's a massive opportunity for a man.
It's great
It's
for
a
him.
massive opportunity for a man.
Yeah.
And they don't come along. Could be, we've seen it before. You know,
Yeah.
someone gets the opportunity. Kane is a
example.
point.
Yeah.
You know, and they stand in your way. And I know he's gone to Bayern Munich, and obviously it's a big club, but the Man Cities and the people that are winning the big leagues, they're not going to stay around and wait for you forever.
No.
You know what I mean, if it's not Guehi, it'll be someone else.
Every player has like a sell-by date.
And if
window.
you do that, it could end up being bitter.
Yeah.
At the end of this, at the end of it all, you know what I mean? It could end up.
Yeah.
What I was going to say like Isak, but that's not really bitter. He just popped up and just went, "I'm going." Look.
I don't want to.
You know what I mean? But because they're but realistically, Palace are not going to be challenging for the league. You know what I mean? They're not going to be challenging for the Champions League. You know, that's a chance for the boy. He's in the England squad. Just won the first trophy ever.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah, but I
it's
guess
time-
he's
it's time
done
to
all
let
they
him-
can do.
Yes,
He's done all he can,
He can't
especially
do
as
any more for
captain.
Crystal
Yeah.
Palace.
Apart from maybe try and win the Conference League as well, but they've got their big trophy.
Palace, they do get good players in. I mean, I was looking at, is it Jeremy Pina?
Yeah.
Yesterday, he's quality. He was
He's
really good.
he's the youngest ever Spaniard to start a European final. He was quoted at about 90 million euros. a couple
Yeah,
of
yeah.
seasons
He
back.
stood out yesterday for me in that game for Palace. So like that kind of gives me hope that they always seem to unearth another. Well, not that they've unearthed him, but they do bring in good players. You know,
Yeah, and
so
Sarr is fantastic.
Sarr is fantastic.
Sarr's a
He's
great
another
player.
one who will probably end up moving on to a bigger club. You know, so I think Crystal Palace have to understand that they're maybe that kind of club where it's not a selling club, but they are going to get players that are going to go on. But they just
But
have to
that's
put
a
a plan.
testament to them.
It is. It's quality. I think it's really good. You know, Elise, you name Zaha, obviously. They've brought in some fantastic players into the Premier League, which I've enjoyed watching. And Crystal Palace is a great club as well. So yeah, they'll be fine. I just think hopefully it just doesn't get too messy between both parties.
Yeah, on the topic of mess, I did say just before we went live, I wanted to ask you guys, what do you think because this summer there's been quite a few, what do you think has been like the bona fide messiest transfer this summer? Because there's been a few. You've got the Gyökeres stuff right at the beginning. That was insane with all the gentlemen's agreements and non-gentlemen's agreements. Then you had, obviously, the Isak one's been ages, the Wissa one. We've got this Guehi one still developing. You've mentioned you've mentioned Kudus as well. You're saying that was a bit
Kudus was
West
messy
Ham.
for us, but it's got to be Isak, isn't it? You know what I mean? Like that's got to be the.
I think it's the Wissa one.
Really?
I think the Wissa transfer is
What
messier than
about
the
it
Isak
though
one.
that made it messy for you? What part did you say, oh, this is too messy?
For me, for the Wissa one.
Yeah.
It's because the Isak one has always felt like this. That's been coming for ages. Like everyone's known that realistically that Isak is gonna want to leave. Like let's say back in January and March, everyone was looking at Isak going, he might want to leave, and all this and all that. But the Wissa one, it's more that Brentford said from the get-go, we don't want to lose Mbeumo and Wissa. And Mbeumo left, and then Wissa just went, you know what? No, I'm gone as well. And then he refused to train. He's put these statements out, and he's blacked out his social media page and all that. I just feel like in terms of in terms of Brentford being very clear with the two of them, you're only losing one of them, and Wissa not really communicating anything, and then suddenly going, you know what, guy? Once they'd already sold his mate, obviously him and Mbeumo are like best mates. Then Wissa's just gone, you know what? No, I'm out of here. Like it to me, it's just felt like the most messy because it puts Brentford in such a dangerous long-term place.
The Isak one for me. So it starts, right? There's rumbles that he may want to leave, right? And then it feels like they win the trophy, maybe he stays, right? So then they're lining up Ekitike as his replacement, and then they may consider letting him go. Liverpool go and buy Ekitike, right? So then they go, all right, well, if he's when he's we've signed Ekitike, and maybe we'll have a chance of kids. And then the next minute, he just goes, no, I'm going there as well, man. I want to go there as well. And I'm not coming in, I'm not training, I'm not doing nothing until I get there.
Yeah.
There's nothing more messy than that. And then you've got the manager saying he won't be in the squad. He hasn't had a pre-season game.
Yeah.
He hasn't done anything until he's got his move to Liverpool.
Yeah.
And it was always going to be, he's going to go there. You cannot have a player of that quality, of that calibre, worth that much money, when they need money to sign new players, sitting there going, well, that's up to you. It's up to you. That's a mess.
I hear it.
That's a mess.
Do you think it shows how not weak Newcastle are, but in the fact that they were still, after all of that, a player doing all of that, they were still saying, Eddie Howe would still say, look, we really want him to still stay at the club. We value him. I know, obviously, they've got to put on the front, but boundaries were crossed in that action. Like you said, he didn't do training. He went abroad. He went to his previous club to train there. He made it very clear,
I'm not coming back.
He's not coming back. And they tried everything. They went to his house. They had apparently meetings off the books or whatever, just to try and sway him. Yeah. I think it's probably the biggest one for me.
You in agreement then?
Yeah. Because he kind of he crossed the line to the point where you're like, what, you're not going to go in again? And he was like, no, I'm not going in. They've broken my trust. So to me, I respect it. As a man, I respect it, because he was like, look, I've had an agreement with another man or another person. They've given me their word. The word is your bond. And if you break that, that's it. And he's just like, I don't care how much money is on the table. I don't care if I sign the contract. I'm done. I respect that. But then obviously from a business point of view and from a professional point of view as a player, I wouldn't stop training. I would still train. But yeah, I guess this is the legs.
I spoke to a couple of ex-footballers about this. It becomes very rough.
Yeah,
like in training and things, you start training with a team, they want to start kicking you.
Oh yeah.
Nobody likes you.
Leave an extra elbow here.
Yeah. Take that with you to Liverpool.
Yeah. AGT, what about you? You've had a quiet couple of minutes.
He's
trying
still
to
pondering the
compose
mind.
yourself after the stuff.
He's trying to crack his car. I got some lads that are waiting around for the
car
a grey Vito on the M62.
Here it is.
That's Isak.
That's Isak.
Pop his tyre.
Bad man. Maybe
got a slingshot on the other side of the road.
Like WWE when you see the Rock comes out and then Stone Cold comes out with him.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, JR.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
The messiest one has clearly been Alex Isak.
Fair enough.
Clearly, because it's not just that; it's the domino effects before and after that happening as well. The domino effects before, you could even say that even Arsenal signing Gyökeres was like, okay, well, there's one semi-unrelated domino that has fallen, but someone has blinked first and someone has spent big money on a big striker in Europe because everyone needed them. That helped the Sesko thing kind of
got the ball rolling.
But then I mean, Arsenal ruled themselves out as soon as they got Sesko, Gyökeres. I mean, Isak only wanted Liverpool
said he wanted Liverpool, so then he was like, all right.
But then it's like, well, the messiness that's come around from it, the game as well. Between the two teams, which has obviously added to the whole fire and furore around it all. And then after it, the Wissa thing, Waltmarder. So it's been the messiest one. With 55 minutes to go of this transfer window.
This is the big story to go. The gay stuff is the big story.
Stay, mate, stay.
While we're waiting for all the gay stuff, I'm going to ask you guys, or together we can build, or just ask you top 10 transfers of this window. Top 10s. I mean, there's been a lot of transfers. And 10s.
I'm going to say, right. I got 10 written down.
You got 10 written down. There you go.
Written down. But I'm just going by impact on club. I'm not going to say biggest transfer because obviously that's subjective, right? So I've got 10. I can't pronounce his name. I don't know how to pronounce his name. The geezer at Newcastle. So Waltmarder. I think 9 Xavi Simons because I think that was a superb signing for Tottenham. Granit Xhaka at Sunderland. I think is going to have a huge impact with Sunderland. Really, I've got Guehi in here because I've just
with a big asterisk.
I think a massive one for Forest is Douglas Luiz. I think that was a coup.
Okay. That's gone really under the radar as well.
I've got Matty Fernandes for us because that is exactly what we needed at the time, and he's come back and
what's his main traits, would you say?
Energy.
In midfield.
He's Southampton. He was from Southampton.
He's very.
I looked at him last season. His quality.
He's like Lanzini.
Mexican fella.
Yeah, Alvarez. Yeah. Eze. I've got as number 4. Ekitike's in number 3. João Pedro for Chelsea. I think is going to be massive for them. I think he's had a great start. And I've got to say, I think Isak's going to be the number 1.
Bert's not in the top 10.
I was going to put
just after what.
Yeah, I've got a lot of Liverpool in there, mate. I can't put them all in there.
Well, we have got 8 signings that we've made. I'll go number 10. I'll go Jack Grealish at Everton.
Yeah, good shout.
Oh, I forgot that.
He's very good.
Yep.
I mean, look, there's loads of notable mentions. You could throw in McAtee, Douglas Luiz, Xhaka, all that, but I'm kind of just going for the headline kind of names. I think Mbeumo at United, he's undoubtedly a good player.
Yeah.
He will score goals, but they could end up finish 13th. But, you know, I suppose that's an improvement from 15th last year. But I do think, in terms of like pound for pound, value for money, I think Mbeumo's in the top 10.
He's up there.
I'll go number 8. I'll go Frimpong. I think again a bit of a steal, 29 million, and I think across the season we're going to see why Liverpool have made him their first choice right back. Really unlucky with the injury, but I think, you know, across the season we are going to see it. I'll go Gyökeres because I think he just gets goals for Arsenal at number 6. I think like we saw yesterday and like we saw at Old Trafford in the massive away games, maybe there's a shout to rotate it, and maybe, I know Arteta likes Havertz in those kind of games. So I go with him. Number 5, I'll go Florian Wirtz. I think over time we're going to see how quality this guy is. He's unbelievable from what we've seen before, but obviously we need to see it in a Liverpool shirt. I'll go Hugo Ekitike at 4. Already proven to be unbelievable. I'll go Eze at 3. I'll go, I mean, Xavi Simons, I agree, is a great signing, but I think it would have been a more needed signing for Chelsea than Spurs. Number 2, I'll go João Pedro. I think again started off so well. You know, he's going to score a lot of goals for them. And number 1, it's the main fella, the man I share a name with.
That's a good 10, man.
Isak.
It's a good 10.
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised
Just
that.
go to the toilet though.
Yeah, crack on. Crack on.
I wanted to get my 10 done.
I'm surprised. So my number 10, I was going to go with someone that's not been mentioned yet, Zubimendi.
Yeah,
I feel like that's a really good signing. It's about, 50 million pounds for a player. I mean, Liverpool wanted him before. He's got obvious quality, and so far, I think he's looked very, very good. Number 9, I was going to go with Ekitike. I think Ekitike's, when we were linked with him, when United were linked with him, I was a bit about the transfer fee. Obviously a large transfer fee, but he's looked, it helps you go to Liverpool because Liverpool looks so settled. Like they're so ready for a striker that pretty much any striker would do well there. I think Ekitike has been fantastic. I think Kudus, number 8, very good signing for Thomas Frank.
Yeah,
I think that's it. Specifically Thomas Frank.
We'll see.
Signing, I really think it would be a good signing.
We'll see.
Like, do you not think it's a good signing for Spurs, or?
It's a good signing when he decides to turn up.
But then,
trust me.
Yeah.
But trust me,
We'll
when he
see.
decides
he didn't
to
turn
play,
up in the weekend game,
Didn't turn up.
Yeah.
And then because of Newcastle's new striker, Walter Mead, I'm not saying him, but I think this is going to be very good for Anthony Elanga. I know they paid a lot of money for him, Newcastle. Yeah. But I think Anthony, I'm like, having watched him at United, he's an athletic beast. I think Anthony is maybe a little bit an overpay, but I think he's going to have, number 7, very good impact. Then I'm going to go number 6. I'm going to say Cunha. Because obviously, I'm going to go with my United boys because
he could have an.
It's not necessarily the goals and assists he might bring us. Like, Mbeumo's going to score more and assist more than Cunha, I think. But we've missed someone like him. I've watched, like, you got Højlund and Garnacho and Xerxes up front and co, who all at times, if they're feeling good and if they're feeling confident and the fans clap them, they're going to go, well, Cunha just takes the ball and he's going to go. And he just looks, I just think as a signing, I think number 6. I'm going to put him number 6 on my list. Number 5, I was going to go. I've lost it now. Where's he gone? Because I can never say his name properly. Is Reinders?
Yeah, I'll go ahead.
Again, I think I'm going more kind of value for money here. Like, they signed Reinders for about 45 million. He looked good in his first game against Wolves. Not as amazing since then, but I think still a great signing. Have I said that was number 5? Number 4, I'm going to go with Mbeumo. Again, I know I'm backing my United boys. I'm gonna be like this, but we needed someone who can just score weird goals and goals that others, like so many of our players, they try and they've like they can only score the goals if it's set up right. We only have Bruno
wanna
Fernandes,
walk it in.
who I'd reckon can score with a dodgy bounce, or can assist with a slightly the pass is slightly overhit, but they can still get there. Something like that. I think Mbeumo really gives us that. Like the goal he scored against Burnley the other day he was a bit behind in weird angle, but he can reshape his body and get it past the line, even though there's a goalkeeper and defender on there. Number 3, I was going to go Eze. Because I think Eze is just he's an amazing player, and I think is desperately. I was initially a little bit umming and ahhing about Arsenal, is Eze what they need, and then more I thought about it, I was like, if your left back is going to be keeping high and wide like they've done so far, give Eze a bit of a free roll here and there. He's going to be 100%. Absolutely amazing.
100%.
And then number 2, I'm going to go João Pedro. I think there's a lot of us have had João Pedro very high up. The guy he's had a stunning start at Chelsea, stunning start in my FPL as well. He's been fantastic for me so far. I captained him last week or this weekend, I think. And then number 1, I think it's kind of undeniable that it's going to be Isak, isn't it? Like that, as we said right at the beginning of the show, that is a league-defining transfer.
Because he just
you can't
into the team.
and you can't put him. And he scored 26 goals last season.
He walks into
that's my top 10.
Walks in.
But Qualms, top 10.
I mean, we've all kind of mentioned all the similar names. I'm going to throw in one as well. I watched him yesterday. He done very well. Mascara. I think he was kind of a steal for us.
That's true. He was.
Yeah, centre back wise. I think we got him for what? His value 13-40 million. We managed to get him. So yeah, for me, I'm happy with that. I've got. I said Grealish is in there, number 9. Then I've got Reinders because I liked him as well as a midfielder. I wondered what Pep would do without Kevin De Bruyne, and then he brings in Reinders, and I said, okay, I get it. Shirky, because I just like Shirky. I do like Shirky. I think he's a baller.
He's out for 2 months.
I know he's out. Yeah,
he's out.
I know he's out for 2 months, but I think when he comes back, that will be more or less another, and again, a new signing or a signing that Man City will definitely need going into the Christmas, January period, etc. Esteval, I like. Chelsea boy, he's kind of impressed me. Still young, relatively young, but he's had a very big impact in that Chelsea squad. Then I've got Gyökeres. As much as we needed a striker, and I'm happy with him, have I seen the impact that I want to see? Not quite yet, but like I said, I think once we rejiggle, or Arteta rejiggles that front three, or the other 2 on either side, you'll do fine, especially while Saka's out. Eze's there. Then I've got Mbeumo. Then I've got, what am I now? Is that 4, 3? I did put in Ekatike, João Pedro, and then Isak to finish.
Yeah, I think we're all
just
all in
Isak
agreement.
is ridiculous. Even if he stayed at Newcastle, I still put Isak because I just love him. He's a fantastic player, but yeah, he's a season-defining striker. I haven't seen a striker like him for donkeys, where he's that good. I'm trying to think of a striker. Haaland was, I mean, like, just dominates. Haaland was just kind of, everything was done for him and he would just tap it in. I'm saying this guy, he can do, we saw like, we're watching a few of his goals, Isak's goals. He's got a range of different goals, So
It's Henry.
Yeah.
Henry.
I think that's why I was so, like, I related to him. Yeah, 100%. He's just got it all. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how he does at Liverpool. On the outside, if I take my Arsenal top off and I just say as a neutral fan, I'd love to see how he does in the Liverpool team as well, as a football fan, So it'll be interesting.
I mean, we all know that Isak's obviously it's a record signing, right?
Yeah.
But is it or is it not? Just throwing this question out there. What about it pound for pound? Is it, if you think pound for pound, is it still the best signing of the window or the biggest signing? Like, as we said, we all agree it's the best signing of the window. Or are there other transfers that really come into play here?
If you're going pound for pound, I'd say Grealish is the signing. The impact he's had.
The fact that it's loan.
It's nothing. It's for free.
He's done fantastic.
And he's coming. He's had about 5 assists.
Yeah.
So pound for pound at the moment, but I'm just trying to work it out about what impact they will have over the season. I mean, we don't know what impact they're going to have. We could be completely wrong. You've played 3 games already, but I'm just saying the list I made is the impact that they're going to have over the season for their club.
I think if you looked at all of those players that we've named, Grealish, you'd probably put like you would be like, no way. Based on what we saw last season and the fact that he wasn't getting into the squad.
I honestly didn't think he would work at Everton.
Yeah.
I didn't think he was a David Moyes type of player, and he's come up and he's lit the place up.
Yeah,
but can he sustain that over the whole season?
He is in his perfect place where he thrives. It's a big guy
environment,
at
isn't
like
He's
a club
the
like
man.
Everton.
Yeah.
And also considering it's their first move to a new stadium, having someone like him who hopefully can be stable and just put in good performances. We know how clubs can get when they get in a new stadium. They can wobble. We saw it at Arsenal for years. Yeah, and it's a you as well. Like, so having someone like Grealish, I think, could potentially have a really positive effect on keeping
but it's also about
in a new stadium.
Can he still do that when the vibe goes? Because you know, when that vibe starts going at Everton, sometimes it gets a bit toxic there. And is he going to be able to sustain that?
I think he's got the personality for it. I think he has. He's got the mentality for it. I like him, and he's really surprised a lot of people, including myself. But I'm happy for him. The fans are happy. Even the celebration, or after the game, he was going over and handing his shirt over, and they're dragging him back.
Yeah.
You know, it's just that he needed a place where he felt he was loved. Yeah, and I think that's important for every player. So
I think we should revisit this list on the next transfer window to see where we are.
What, January or next summer?
January.
Mine's going to be so off.
I think, like, pound for pound, I think the one that is probably the least is the amount of money that's been spent with Florian Wirtz, and I haven't seen anything.
He played better yesterday. I mean, he got most of the game under his belt, so time. The thing is, signing him, I don't think will work straight immediately away, because we're trying to implement. Listen, you can say because of the money, of course, but because we're trying to implement him into a system that last season we didn't have, it will naturally take some time. Of course it will.
Do we feel like we're protecting Florian Wirtz? Because if this was a Declan Rice, I mean, the price tag that was on his head, everyone was watching every touch, every movement, questioning him. Pogba was another one. Pepe. For us, the amount of money that was spent.
But at the same time, obviously, anyone who supports the club that has signed that player will protect them. And at the end of the day, from a neutral perspective, most players should get some time. Like for example, like I was 50-50 on the Šeško signing. I still am. I like the guy, and I hope he does well. But initially, when we were initially linked to him, I wasn't like, oh yeah, definitely get him in. But you need to just give it time. And with Wirtz, it's another case of coming from the Bundesliga.
Players like that just need to settle. Look at Caicedo. Come to Chelsea the first time he comes to Chelsea, couldn't kick a ball. Last season, best midfielder in the league. I think.
I agree.
You know, it's sometimes they just take a little bit more time to settle. Wirtz, I've seen Wirtz firsthand, mate, and Wirtz is a special player.
But that's what I mean. Usually, you see something.
But I don't think it's not like they need it. You know what I mean?
No, they don't need it.
They're winning games.
They're still winning games.
Winding it out. When they start to free flow, I think you'll see.
I've seen the movement. If anything, I've seen the movement of him, and he turns up in little pockets of spaces, and he's able to play intricate plays. But I guess that's just my expectations, because I know how good he is. I'm like, go on then, do it now, you know. But yeah, I guess you have to give him time. Certain players, that's fine.
Back on to just some fresh transfer news. Xavi Gallen has signed for Nottingham Forest from Atletico Madrid, Spanish left back. They signed him. Apparently, United inquired for Conor Gallagher, but Atletico wanted a permanent sale, whereas we wanted a loan.
Wow, let's get rid of him already.
Yeah, hold on. Let me find the full tweet from Chris Reed. Chris Wheeler 15 minutes ago said, understand United did inquire about a loan for Conor Gallagher, but Atletico Madrid only willing to sell. In the end, United accepted they can't do everything in one window, and midfield is likely to be a priority in January or next summer. And also, just further on the United Lemens deal over Martinez, Chris Wheeler says, a factor in United choosing Lemens over Martinez was Sancho's reluctance to make a permanent move to Villa. Martinez's wages meant United having to get a transfer fee for Sancho, but he preferred a loan. No loan fee, but Villa play min 80% of wages and up to 100% if bonuses are hit.
I mean, why is Sancho picking and choosing about whether he wants to go to Aston Villa or not? He's lucky he's not going to Grimsby.
Yeah, man. I mean, I agree with you. A great team.
We saw.
Yeah, man.
That is an attitude that I can't.
Well, Sancho had so many off. So Roma wanted him. They were willing to pay 20 million. They were like, Roma they're not some chum club. They're AS Roma and Juventus as well were wanting to sign Sancho. It's not like Sancho hasn't had, and Chelsea offered him a contract. They offered him a deal that was more in their wage structure, and he said no because I don't think he'd like the wages.
The only thing is the way it's got to be the wages.
It is. It's 100%
got to be the wages
because a loan move
is the
Sancho. Yeah, Sancho, right? I'm going to guess the reason he didn't want a permanent move is because he'd have to agree a wage deal, whereas with this one, he gets what he was on anyway.
Yeah.
With although Villa have, like I said, 80 to 100% will pay it, same as the Rashford deal. But it means he gets to pay his wages, and it means next summer, if United don't trigger their +1 option, he'll be a free agent. So he could then ask for higher wages because there's no transfer fee.
It's like Sterling, yeah. So Sterling apparently is maybe on the move to somewhere.
Yeah.
He ain't going anywhere unless he gets good, because last season
With
when he went to
39
Arsenal,
minutes left.
They paid most of his wages.
Yeah.
And Sterling's like, I've got 2 years here, £17 million a season for Raheem Sterling, and he's like, I'll just sit here.
That's crazy. I couldn't do that as a footballer.
No.
I'd need to play.
I think I
need
could
to play.
for 17 million quid a
Nah,
season.
man, but if you love the
Probably get
game,
140 quid a week.
If you're Sterling, I kind of get it in the way that it's clear that his abilities are declining over time. Sancho's 25.
I just don't get it.
he ain't shown me nothing.
You know, this is what I mean. Like I can understand
Chelsea
the mentality of maybe just hanging on to that contract if it is your last big contract. But like, if I'm like,
I think, even at 25, I think that is his last big contract, because he hasn't done anything.
He should have just stayed at Dortmund.
He just stayed at Dortmund.
Should have stayed at Dortmund because he was fine. I think he's come over here. He's been enticed by the money and the glitz and glamour of things, and he's making these decisions. I just question the people that are around him.
It's the
people that are around him and the decisions that he's
agents
making.
and commissions.
The agents, it's just, I don't like it. For such a talented footballer, I really don't like it. It's such a shame.
Renzi sent in a super chat with nothing on it, but big up anyway. Thank you very much. And then Gotti17 says Isak mirrors the Cole to United 95 deal, game changer.
Yeah, that was a big move at the time.
That's huge.
That was a huge move.
Yeah, I think it's just a deal that, obviously in his statement he said this isn't a new thing. Like, it's misleading to be coming out now saying I want to leave only now. Like, I told you at the end of the season I wanted to leave.
Yeah.
And allegedly he's been in Ormskirk, which is just outside of Liverpool, the last 2 days, sorting a house out. Apparently he went back to Newcastle to get a trim. You know how it goes these days.
You can't just trust it's your hairline, mate.
Yeah, and then now he's back, and he's in Merseyside right now. We're just waiting, aren't we, for...
Yeah, Bradley Driscoll says AJT is going to start sweating soon.
You can see it already.
Yeah, man.
Are you worried about this?
You can see it.
You know what he looks like? You ever see the film Ghost?
Yeah.
You know when he's trying to check if he's got the money in the bank account.
He's gone so quiet.
No, I'm just glued to
He's
the
gone
social.
from like up here, he's at 50 cent, and now all of a sudden he's going smaller and smaller in his chair, and he's like looking, he's like,
watching that telly, man. He's just waiting for that. He's just waiting for something.
Yeah,
did he get there in the car or what?
I'm just thinking, come on.
Stop to the service.
Surely.
You would think that they haven't just won the title and beaten Arsenal as well, right?
Yeah,
36 minutes left, people.
You know what? This 2 hours so far has gone quick.
It has,
It's
hasn't
gone
it?
very quick. 36 minutes left of this window, but obviously we do have to remember the Saudi and Turkey windows are still open. Turkey window closed on Friday the 12th.
Right.
Saudi window Friday the 14th of September.
Why does the Turkey window close like that?
I don't know,
I don't
man.
understand the Saudi
Money
one,
talks.
I think maybe it's because they want to, they wait until after the Europeans window closed and then check which players still haven't signed anywhere and then just go.
Turkey are doing business though, aren't they?
Yeah,
You see all these players.
Galatasaray, Sane.
Fenerbahce and everyone.
Yeah.
You know, with the Glasner thing, right? If Man City set to complete signing of Donnarumma from PSG, David Ornstein, Edison going to Fenerbahce, which I think that's mad, to be honest.
Yeah, well, I mean, on the subject of Turkey signing big players, they're signing Edison from Man City.
But with this Glasner thing, do you think if the deal goes through, because it gets to the stage where Oliver Glasner isn't the main sign-off, he's not the main decision maker at Palace, it's Steve Parish. So if he says, look, we're taking the offer, mate, do you think there's a genuine chance that Glasner goes, right, see you later then?
When's Glasner's
and then
contract
there'll be I mean, he only joined last year.
Yeah.
Then there'll be absolute riots, won't there, if he walks away and Liverpool get Guehi?
It does make it a little bit, I don't know, it makes it a little
Glasner's contract's up next summer.
Yeah.
How is it?
So, I mean, if they sell him, the chance of getting him to sign a new deal after selling in the last couple of seasons Eze, Elise, and then next summer they're selling Wharton, and if they sell Guehi this summer, and then Mateta, if Mateta signs a new deal, I don't see any reason why Glasner would sign a new deal at Palace.
But you are, even though I said what I said, it is sort of cutting him short.
Yeah.
Elise going as soon as he walked in the door.
Yeah.
And now Eze and now
He's
Guehi.
had to rejig the squad.
Who would go to Palace if he does walk?
Ten Hag.
Mourinho.
Yeah.
They're looking to try and get Disassi in.
I saw that earlier. Looking to Disassi. I mean, they don't have long. It helps that Disassi plays for another London club.
Yeah.
They honestly might have just become a proximity thing.
Could they, if it came to it? I mean, I know some clubs have asked for extensions in the past, but is there a way that? No, I'm not saying we are, but is there a way that like Disassi and these guys, they're desperate to get a replacement in. Is there a way where they can like just sign the contract and then do the medical after the deadline?
Well, how it works is you can
yeah.
apply for an extension if you can prove that the deal is definitely happening. So if the deal's not completed, such as the like the final paperwork signed off and everything, like still waiting for a lawyer to finish drafting something, but you can show to the FA or the Premier League proof that the deal is done. As in, like the player, you've got text message from the agent and email going, yeah, we're good with this. Then you can have an extension. But you have to apply for the extension, then it gets like accepted or rejected.
I bet the phones are ringing relentlessly.
Well, I think this is why they stay finishing at 7 p.m. instead of 11 p.m.
Right.
Because instead of deals going on until 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, finish the deadline at 7, then you've got a reasonable evening time to get them through.
If it doesn't happen, you got nothing, yeah?
I mean, at centre back, probably not. I know we've bought Leone in. We've obviously, we're keeping Gomez, who was great yesterday. He's so injury prone though. I think if you get Guehi in, it just absolutely certifies your position in terms of the best squad with the best depth. If we don't get him, he's literally in Liverpool. He's literally in Liverpool, and there's half an hour.
And you're here.
And I'm here. I'm going to Liverpool in half an hour myself. I might get there before him at this rate. Jeez, man, I did not see this one coming. So yeah, thanks for that, Nicky. Your club has started all this.
Sorry, mate.
You reckon there is any sort of idea, I'm just throwing a conspiracy theory out here now, that Palace have done this a little deliberately, not signed a replacement 3 weeks ago?
Well, but somebody's saying,
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. But someone's saying Glaston's been on a rampage all day to stop it.
Yeah.
He's just been going anywhere he can to stop it.
I don't blame him.
I don't blame him either.
It's his captain.
It's his captain.
It's
He's
his
a leader.
captain.
Look,
What if we don't hear anything in the next half an hour about it? What happens then?
Then the window closes.
It's done, mate. It's done.
So then we just don't get it.
Yes,
No, you don't get him. You got enough. You got enough,
You've
mate.
literally got half an hour.
You bloody brought everyone.
Or
8
you stay at
players.
Palace for until
50 cents,
January.
mate.
Yeah.
You got 31 minutes and 41 seconds. As
Come
it
on,
stands.
you should be happy
There
with
you go.
Gomez.
Here's
Be happy
yes
with
another
Konate.
gay question. If it doesn't happen in the next half an hour, would you rather pay a bit, sign him in Jan, or get him on a pre-contract? Because in Jan, obviously, you can agree a pre-contract with him to sign in the summer.
It wouldn't be the
or
end
would
of
you
the
fall?
world
Because if you're
if
paying
we got him in
35
Jan.
million now, you might 10, 15
We've probably
million
got
in
enough to
January.
cover us till Jan. Yeah.
But then would you rather still pay for him in Jan instead of get him for free?
No, I'd rather still pay for him. But again, it's a valid question because it's like, well, wait 4 months and you can have him for free. And at that stage, there might be another player that we want. He's a year older at this stage as well, so we don't know. But I'm just thinking now, I'm just gonna keep refreshing. What's going on?
One comment comment's been asking who's reporting these alleged problems. It is David Ornstein. Like, this is complete fact that this gay deal is in jeopardy. Even though, like, he might already have had the shirt holding up.
I've heard he's done his pictures.
He's probably done all of it. He's
done it already.
Done his interview.
Pictures, everything. It's just a trip down the M6, isn't it?
Yeah, we have. Yeah, almost exactly half an hour now until the transfer window
Please, come on,
closes.
this will be amazing.
We're all here, praying on Liverpool's downfall.
They've
Well,
got
obviously you're not.
enough. They got enough. They spent enough money. Let us just, you know what I mean? Poor Crystal Palace. Poor Glasner.
I'm literally just sat here, just constantly refreshing Twitter at this point. I want to know. I'm in anticipation. Let's see if there's.
Tarek Lamptey's gone to Florentina.
Yeah, I mean, he was
Another
so
Brighton
good.
player going, man. They're having a proper clear out.
Yeah.
And Brighton will find new people. They always do.
In half hour, we're gonna have some.
Oh, no,
we're gonna
in the
have
next
some
half an hour, yeah. But like Brighton will just do that thing where they regenerate. Tarek Lamptey was really big and hot on the scene. I remember when he first came in.
Yeah.
He was.
Yeah.
I can't remember. Was his debut against Arsenal, if I remember correctly, or something?
Yeah, bloody
And he was really, really good.
Everyone does debuts well against Arsenal. Mate.
What do you think about I'm going to drop down a league, Wrexham, making moves, big
Oh, they're
moves?
doing all right.
Yeah, man.
They're doing all
Are
right.
they going to be in the Premier
Spent
League?
more than some Prem clubs.
What a story.
The
of
idea,
these things,
the idea is that they want to get promoted next season,
24
don't
mil
they?
for Kiwior.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow,
deal.
that's good business from Arsenal.
Again, I don't like it. I feel like we should have got more.
And
for him.
Alexander Zinchenko's potential
How old
move
is
from
he?
Arsenal to Marseille looks
Still
increasingly
young, he's
unlikely
like
after initial talks.
24.
They've just
about
signed.
40.
They've just signed.
De Pavard, right?
No, Emerson. From
Oh, they signed
Marseille,
Emerson.
Yeah.
Oh,
We've got to
okay.
go to Marseille away.
Yeah, and they could be signing Aguero.
Oh yeah, so actually a transfer we've not talked about at all yet is Spurs have signed Randall Kolo Muani on a straight loan deal from PSG,
Yeah.
which is yet another
Yeah,
attacking signing for Frank.
It's a good sign. It's
I
very
think
good sign.
Frank's
Decent.
building something good there.
Spurs, one thing, as much as they're my enemy, or they are enemies as Arsenal, the business that they've been doing, the players that they've been linked to, have been very, very good. You can see what Thomas Frank is trying to do. Obviously, it was a bit disappointing for them on the weekend that they lost that game, but I feel like they're a team that we still need to be wary of because they're looking for longevity now. But yeah, Mawani's a very good player. Very, very good. So for him to go to Spurs, you got kudos there as well. Yeah.
And Javi Simmons.
Yeah, Javi Simmons.
Simmons.
Brian
Very good.
Brobby, has just completed his medical with Sunderland. So he's completed his medical in the Netherlands, but that's going through. So I saw some people talking about this deal on just on Twitter earlier today, and it's interesting to see if a striker like him can still, more of a short, stocky, quick striker can still do well in the Premier League when you've got players like clubs like Man City have got massive, big, tall Haaland. Callum Wilson's quite tall. Šeško's tall. Gyökeres is tall. Isak's tall. Ekitike's tall.
little
All
stocky
these
guy.
tall strikers, and then seems like Sunderland have gone down a slightly bit of a different route with signing Brobby. Be interested to see if he can still. If a striker of his stature can still play in
the
the Premier.
strikers having a bit of a resurgence in the Premier League.
Yeah,
It's going around like a cycle, isn't it?
Traditional striker.
Yeah.
There's teams talking about playing 4-4-2 and stuff. You know what I mean?
I would love it. Honestly, at United, I'd love a 4-4-2.
I'd like it. Yeah, I think
4-4-2 at United would
This
be class.
period of this 5 at the back and
Yeah,
this 1 up front and all that.
Just want it to be more direct.
Yeah,
isn't it?
just go back to what it was in the 2000s. Just two teams just battering each
Go
other.
for it. Go for it.
It's like a brick shitter. Somebody said. Probably. Mr.
It's,
Robbie.
I mean, yeah, it's like with Šeško. I hope he succeeds. He's a 6'5" or 6'4" striker with a phenomenal leap on him and a good strike. Like I think he's got all the ingredients to succeed. But obviously he's not scored yet in 4 games. But to me that's fine because three of them have been off the bench.
But he should be starting. That's the thing. I
think he will start from now on. I think it's just like I think he should have started against Burnley, but like he didn't. He started against Grimsby, didn't score, and then he took the 10th pen because he had cramp. So like he could barely walk when he took that penalty.
Right.
So I think that's why he didn't start. Like I think Amram is just keeping him calm and keeping him getting in there. Anthony has just been announced for Real Betis.
Okay.
21.7 million transfer with a 50% sell-on clause. That's 50% of the whole transfer, by the way, not just. So I think United have gone. Hopefully, you sell him to Atletico for 40 million a couple of years down the line or something like that. Rasmus Højlund has completed a loan move to Napoli for the rest of the season, with an option to buy of £38 million, but that becomes an obligation if they get Champions League football, which they should. But Antonio Conte's second season. Never really know what's going on there.
Yeah.
But yeah, so United have made confirmed 3 or 4 exits today, plus a couple more.
You've gone pal, man.
I know. I'm very right anyway. To be fair,
I'm just trying to let him.
I'm just trying to see.
I know.
He's twitching at everything, mate.
Sort your shit out.
Are you watching this? Look at this. The downfall.
The downfall. You wish. You wish.
You should just be happy with what you got. This Mark is just.
I've already saying what shirt number he's going to wear. Yeah. And it would have been what would it have been again?
Can we get some Red Bull for him or something, or some other energy?
A spoonful of sugar or something.
Yeah.
Come on, boys, sort it out.
Oh man.
What do we think about?
Would that apply would that pass the extension? if we're like, come on, we've agreed the fee.
Yeah.
Because
everything's got to be agreed.
Because Crystal Palace have to also say it's both clubs,
So
particularly the selling club.
wouldn't be accepted.
No, because Premier League will turn around and go, Crystal Palace, is this happening? And they're going to go, no.
They're just going to turn around and go, Liverpool, all right, you have another couple. You're working on saying here, bro. Just have another couple of hours. Try and convince Crystal Palace. We'll give you that. Everyone else, you're done.
We need to know now, though. I need some information.
Well, you need to know in the next 24 minutes. Otherwise, it's not
information.
This is going to be the longest 24 minutes of your life.
Boy.
I actually now prefer it to be at 11 o'clock deadline.
Can we extend it to 12?
Yeah.
No, man, I'm hungry already.
Yeah, I'm starving.
Come on, boys. Sort your stuff out. Come on. Yeah, at this stage.
We're just waiting for news to filter through.
The last we heard of it was what? Half an hour ago?
Was Ornstein. Well, I mean, Ornstein said they're sit down and they're talking about it. Now, they will be on call right now.
Yeah, this is the last 10 minutes job.
Yeah. It's going to be. It's going to be an extension.
They're sitting in a room now. I'm going to tell you what's happening. They're sitting in a room now. They're on the phone. He's like, look, we're just making some phone calls to see if we can get someone in. Yeah. Wait, hold tight. The Liverpool geezers are sitting there going, all right, come on, we'll be here.
I reckon it'll be.
Last 10
we'll
minutes.
know in 15 minutes.
Yeah, he'll go, and then they'll go. Yeah, release these papers.
Yeah,
that'd be it.
Okay. Well,
I reckon they'll, because I think they'll want Liverpool want at least 10 minutes for something.
Glasner said, no, mate. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
and he's just walked.
Clutching.
Well, listen, this is the period where everyone is glued to their phones, as we are 22 and a half minutes away. Rasmus Højlund and Napoli confirmed as well.
Yep.
You just had the picture there.
Yeah, I mean, I just think good luck to him, man.
Yeah. 6 million loan fee, a 44 million euro buy option.
6 million loan fee for him is crazy.
6 million loan fee and wages fully covered.
Yeah,
wow,
that is mad.
I think I know our business has been so dodgy this summer. This is basically the second sale, quote unquote, because obligation to buy.
So apparently it's down to Diarcy at Chelsea.
Oh, it's down to him now.
Yeah, so he's got to decide whether he wants to go to Palace on loan.
So he's got 10 minutes.
He's a lad.
Yeah, you got 10, 15 minutes.
But then he's got to sort his stuff out as well, though, doesn't he?
He's been offered. I think he's been offered.
Does Glasner want him?
Don't know. That all depends.
Javi Galan to Nottingham Forest as well. Permanent deal from Atletico Madrid. That's been
Spanish
signed.
left back.
Victor Boniface to Werder Bremen.
Yeah, it's the third club he's actually managed to get through to a club this time.
Yeah, what was that?
He's had multiple transfers.
How can he be going? I mean, AC Milan was the last one, but even before that, he was due to go to somewhere else even bigger.
Yeah.
AC Milan, and now, all due respect to Werder Bremen, he's now going to Werder Bremen.
Well, because it was like, didn't he fail his medical because he has a current injury? And I think AC Milan just decided that they weren't going to risk it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
So the last we heard really from Ornstein was...
But Ornstein will get the update.
53 minutes ago.
And Ornstein doesn't say anything until he just drops things. He doesn't do little teasers here and there. He doesn't do the little emojis with the eyes and the different colour circles. Yeah, so we literally, there's nothing else I think really to say in terms of transfer latest until, I mean, maybe Crystal Palace have signed, they've brought that the fax machine that Ed Woodward had in 2014 when David De Gea didn't go to Real Madrid. The locked document, that was actually so mad thinking about that now.
What was it? A locked document?
Well, it was like the fax machine didn't quite go through. And
fax machine 2014.
Yeah, we were using a fax machine to send the documents to Real Madrid for De Gea, and then the fax machine I think broke, and then we sent them a document for all the things, but then we forgot to send them the password for the document, and then the deadline just passed.
Wow.
Should have done an extension.
Keylor Navas was sat at an airport waiting to get a flight to Manchester, apparently crying because he didn't want to leave Real Madrid and go to United. And then he ended up not. He ended up staying at Real Madrid.
I need some info, man. Shaky over here.
20 minutes. 20 minutes to go.
20 minutes. Ooh.
It's like a Royal Rumble, isn't it? Waiting for the next one and the next one.
Yeah.
I think what time do you think Liverpool announce Isak? Like shirts and pictures, videos.
If the Guehi deal doesn't go over the line, they might try and do it tonight.
Might do 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock, yeah.
Probably about 8 o'clock.
Is it turn around that quickly? I suppose it was all done earlier in the day.
They've probably done it, yeah.
You release the photos today, and then you can do the interview.
Yeah. Probably that thing you're going to Liverpool now. He's probably just in grabbing his stuff and coming back and coming to settle in. You know?
Yeah.
He's probably done all the media.
Yeah, I think in the Premier League's eyes, that deal has been signed, sealed, and delivered. It's just not been officially announced yet. But they're going, it was announced last night, wasn't it? About 1 a.m.
The
Interesting.
way he deal is off, someone said.
Yeah, what's the comment saying? What's the
someone said
favourite
off.
signing,
Okay,
biggest
it's not
dopamine
off,
hit?
It's not off.
So who's been your favourite signing of the summer, Nicky?
What, for West Ham?
Yeah. Well, it could be anyone, but I'm assuming West Ham.
I like Matty Fernandes, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. He looked good for you when he came on.
Brilliant.
He looked
So
very
He was
good.
great, and probably our only proper signing. Diouf looks all right, and he put a great cross in for thing. But Matty Fernandes changed the whole dynamic of the side. So
What about all time favourite transfer, biggest dopamine hit?
for me? Tevez and Mascherano back in 2006.
Yeah.
That was mad.
That
the
was
same
back,
club.
yeah.
That was mad.
Yeah. Bringing it back. Yeah.
How about you, Quams?
For us, obviously people would say like the iconic moment of Sky was the Ozil moment. That was always good. Aubameyang was good. Probably just recently it'd probably be Eze's one, because it didn't only just like hit the dopamine, but it kind of hit our souls. You could tell that he's wanted to be back at Arsenal for a long time. And yeah, just the whole way it was kind of delivered or revealed to us, it was a beautiful moment. So for me, yeah, that one's probably my biggest
As well,
one.
I think when Ornstein announced it, it wasn't just that, Arsenal are back in. It was, it's done. It was like, whole thing's been done. He's already said yes, transfer's already done.
Yeah, and I think just off the back as well, because he was more or less signed for Spurs.
Yeah.
And you just
so
come
I
on.
was just like, yeah. So the fact I woke up and it was like, oh yeah, Eze's talking with Arsenal, it could be done. It's done. I was like, wow.
It's just like, bang.
Amazing. So yeah, no, for me, Eze
For me, I've got to say, all time, for me, obviously it's more recent memory, but I got to say the Ronaldo stuff when he rejoined United that day. So being someone who, my thing when I'm doing DR Sports is, I've got United District and we cover transfers, we aggregate news and stuff. So aggregating that, it was the case of I woke up in the morning and it was he was going to sign for City and he was flying over to Manchester, and over the course of that flight things started coming out. United maybe put a bid in, Rio Ferdinand's on the phone with him, this, that, and it all came out in the space of a couple hours. That was
incredible.
Mad for me, having to cover all of that and write about it and tweet about it and also just experiencing it. Crazy. For this biggest dopamine hit this summer was for me when it was announced that Brian and Bumo had chosen us.
Okay.
For me, that was because that was out of nowhere. I knew we were interested in him, he said we were interested in him, but I didn't even think it was that advanced. And it was David Ornstein goes, Brian and Bumo only wants this guy, because it was just days. So we had Cunha announced on the 1st of June, then Bruno Fernandes is staying on the 2nd of June, and then Mbumo wants to join on the 3rd. So that was mad. My favourite signing this summer, I think, is Cunha. For us, for United.
How long's he out for?
Yeah.
We don't know yet. I mean, I am so glad about that, because hamstring injury could be 3 weeks, could be 2 months.
Yeah,
we don't
true.
know.
Yeah.
It didn't look that bad. He wasn't hobbling here and there. They were allowing him to walk back to the coach and everything. So hopefully he's okay. There was no stretcher or all this, all that. It's definitely a big blow for us. But so 16 minutes to go. But AJT, AJ, I don't know why I keep saying AJT.
Yeah, I don't know why you do
Alex,
either. I'm not AJ Tracy, am I?
Yeah, I know. It's 2.5 hour and 45 in.
Come on, boys. Get it over the line, man.
Favourite transfer of all time?
I think, in terms of dopamine, in terms of recent ones, I go with Thiago Alcantara.
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
What's happened?
Sorry, just the Forest, the player that Forest was
Galan.
signing, Galan. Deal is collapsing as it's not ready in time for the documents. We're getting to the time now where documents
need-
can't be prepared
It's
in
got to
time.
be in.
This is honestly one
Gotta
of the
be
most
in.
nervous I've ever been on DR Sports. And that's with watching games as well.
At the exams.
Yeah. He's
Get more that time.
5 minutes left.
GCSEs.
But yeah, it's probably Thiago for dopamine recently, because in my opinion it was one of the first, I know this sounds crazy, but one of the first superstars that we bought, because normally we make superstars and sell them to Real Madrid or Barca. But in terms of a bona fide Champions League winner, unbelievably gifted player, Thiago, for me, I was so excited by that. In terms of all time, or maybe this window, it's got to be Isak. And hopefully it's Guehi as well. Damn, bro.
Look like it.
Yeah, 14 minutes
Get a
and
bit
36 seconds to
now.
go.
I'm semi-preparing myself for it's going to collapse now.
Well, this is what I mean, is we've literally got...
You've got
We have
nothing.
deals collapsing over
Yeah.
paperwork
Yeah, you've got
at this point.
That's why I'm a bit, weirded out, because I haven't really heard much at all in the last hour now about this.
But it's one of them ones as well. It may not be announced before 7. You might hear at 9 that it was all done and dusted and they got everything.
Yeah, I've got to say, the 2 articles I'm really looking forward to are the Athletic long read on Newcastle, because their summer, we all know, has been just mental in every single sense, signing these big unknown players and missing out on every other player in the sun. And also, I want to know about this Guehi stuff now. I want to know. I want to see that. I'll read that article about all the Guehi stuff. Navin, bigger for the super chat, says Guehi was respectful. He may not end up getting his move, whereas, like it or not, Isak got his move. Goes to show good guys finish last.
I think sometimes this is the type of thing that makes players want to force moves.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because it's massive for Guehi, and I'm not saying it's a given that he wants to leave Palace that desperately, but I'm just saying, like, one leg break, one injury next season, and that's his move done. He never gets it again. We've seen it happen to players.
100%. 100%.
I still think it's mad that Ederson has left City,
Yeah.
Like, he's obviously going in a new direction.
I would have thought
such a big miss.
Keeping him.
And that City haven't got, as much as they brought in Donnarumma, you still question, is he good with his feet? And I know he's a great goalkeeper, don't get me wrong, but I think Pep is, like I said, it's not a Pep signing in the sense of, can he keep possession? If you put pressure on Donnarumma, he's the type of person that will kick it out, whereas, with your Edersons and the keepers that Pep has had, they're always cool, calm and collective. So it'll be interesting to see what he does with that. But then, who else could he have brought in, really and truly, that is of that ilk of a great goalkeeper?
Andre Onana.
Apparently they offered him to us on loan and we turned him down.
Yeah.
And
Well within the rights to turn it down as well, man. Yeah, I think it's going to be, when I see Donnarumma on the screen in a Man City kit, that's going to be weird, because I've seen photos of him for the last decade. Like when he was first, he looks the same as he did when he was 16.
Literally.
At AC Milan coming out, the next Buffon. Everyone was like, he's the heir to Buffon's throne, Italian goalkeeper, going to be in the squad for 25 years. And obviously he went to PSG, and we've all watched PSG over the years, watched him in the Champions League, especially PSG's mad run. And so see him in a Man City shirt playing in the Premier League, I think it's going to be a weird one. I remember saying the same thing years ago about De Bruyne. When De Bruyne first signed for Man City, I was like, that's weird. To see like a name I've seen so much and a face I've seen so much in photos when he was doing so well at Wolfsburg. And to see him in a City kit and to have his debut against Man United at the Etihad, that is talk about a baptism of fire debut, because that game is also bizarre. We've not been good, and neither have City. City have been like, they were good against Wolves, but at the end of the day, it's Wolves. You expect City to beat Wolves opening day of the season. Spurs played them off the park entirely, and Brighton just completely dismantled them as well in the second half.
Anthony to Betis.
Anthony to Betis is confirmed.
21.7 mil after they the other day they said we haven't got the money.
Oh my god, that was weird.
No, they have.
£88 million you paid for him.
Massive loss. That
big flop. That was a big flop.
Hold that.
I'm hoping he does well at Betis, because our 50% is 50% of the total fee they get. It's not even just profit. So let's say they're selling for 40 million, we get 20, which is why I think United have been okay to.
I don't think anyone in 2-3 years is going to be paying that much for him.
I don't know. Well, he was mad at Betis.
I know, but I think he's going to stay there for a few years now, isn't he?
Pure hopium. Billow says, Palace, hold your grind for the league and years' sake.
Hold your ground.
Deal off. ... says that.
Javi Galan, that is.
Oh, Javi
I feel like we should turn this up, because I want to hear what he's saying.
I mean, we literally have, it's what, 10 minutes?
Come on, man.
11 minutes. Javi Galan, we covered that. Javi Galan, deal off.
It's done.
Because the
what are they saying on the telly in there? I can't hear it.
Brutal. Absolutely brutal.
Can we put subtitles on it?
Might be able to.
Can we get subtitles?
Guehi off.
It's done, man. That's done. He's gone.
Oh,
He's not
dear.
going. He's staying. I'm not leaving.
What are they saying though?
I'm just waiting for that David Ornstein exclusive
What's
Let's complete the medical.
Imagine a 2025
Comments
and
go
watching
mad, by the way.
subtitles.
Comments can't handle it.
Guehi is on. Oh, it's on.
Guehi's on AGT fighting for his life. Reports saying the deal will go through, but then my timeline says the deal's off.
In the next hour or two, Liverpool to release official confirmation. So as I say, not sure that there will be a deal sheet to a deal sheet to go line. Don't even know.
I think he's talking about Isak.
He's talking about Isak.
Marc Guehi.
We're in terms of his move from Crystal Palace. There we go. Listen.
This is just ridiculous, isn't it?
Well, again, with that, this is one of which even if they get a deal sheet, and I'm
crazy.
not sure whether they've got enough time to get the over the line.
That's what I mean. Like, so they need to submit a deal sheet before it closes as well. And they can only submit a deal sheet once Palace and Liverpool both say, "Yeah, lads, this is going through. We need
9 minutes. 9 minutes.
You know, like in the exams, some people get extra time.
It ain't happening.
That's the issue. That's what they're applying for.
Yeah.
But Crystal Palace have to say yes. And I've not seen anything on Disasi on saying yes to Palace. So are Palace going to give in and just let their boy move without signing a replacement?
No, they're not going to do that. Not in the Premier League.
Are they going to have to dip into the free agent market afterwards?
Not into the Premier League. You know, you can't
Who
do
knows?
that. Yeah, sad. How you feeling,
West
Alex?
Ham,
How you
man.
feeling, man?
What?
A bit frustrated.
Yeah, why is it West Ham's fault? Wait, what did West Ham do?
Because of the
He ain't signed anyone.
what's his name? Igor.
Oh, Igor.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it doesn't seem like Palace is signing.
Yeah, mate. I
West Ham Fan TV have just gone live as well. West Ham Fan TV have just gone live.
Yeah, I know. They should be.
Yeah, Jay in the comments asked, so why is the deadline 7 p.m? I'm sure it used to be midnight. It used to be 11 p.m, but it's the fact that these deal sheets now tend to go through a lot. There are so many clubs who still work on deals until like 2-3 in the morning. So it's literally just a case of they end the deadline early, so the deal sheets, when they go through, it's still only like 11 p.m. Because realistically, if there are clubs that are still looking to sign players, they still go to 11 p.m. because they submit a deal sheet.
Yeah.
But in the very specific case of Liverpool, that's clearly not working.
Some people saying officially the deal is off.
Well, I mean, I've not seen any confirmation on here yet
Yeah,
from
until
any
I
of the
see
major
that.
journalists. But I mean,
we've got 5 minutes, mate.
yeah, surely we'll know in the next 7 minutes.
This will be Oliver
Exactly.
Glasner's last season. Any contract signed will
how do you
release.
think Wiss is going to do at Newcastle? I think 55 million for a 29-year-old.
Yeah, it's a big risk.
29-year-old.
Very, very big shoes to fill.
He's going to African Cup of Nations as well, isn't
January,
he?
yeah.
So it's kind of like they've pulled down their pants in the sense.
I mean,
They're desperate. They was desperate.
yeah.
They was desperate to get
Yeah.
someone over the line. 29 years old, £55 million. Big shoes to fill, man. Big shoes to fill.
Don't get me wrong, Visa's a good.
on 7 as well.
Visa's he's a very good player, but I just feel like you said it just seems like it's a very desperate move from Newcastle and even from the player himself. You know, let's see how he gets on.
I think it's a good move for him, and I also think it's a good move for Newcastle as well, because it also helps Walter Mead not need to play
Isolated
loads and
all by
loads of games.
Yeah.
Like the guy, I'm interested to watch him. Well, he's like 6'6", isn't he? He's a huge guy, and obviously they've got. Well, when he's not being sent off, they've got Anthony Gordon who can create. They've got Harvey Barnes, who I think is a wicked player, and they got Alanga, who, as I said earlier when we're doing our top 10 transfers, I think that's big for Alanga because Alanga is quick. Against Liverpool, Alanga was great. He's probably their most threatening player. So I think Wissa knows how to receive balls as well, because Mbeumo made the most crosses last season, 202 crosses last season. So Wissa is someone who knows how to receive the ball and finish a chance. 19 league goals last season. I think considering where Newcastle started this window, then overall, I think, with Wissa signing, they've paid a lot of money, 55 million, but supply and demand. That's just how it works. Fabrizio Romano has said that Nicholas Jackson deal documents have all been signed and sealed. He is now officially a Bayern Munich player. So well done, Nico Jackson, getting his move in the end after the ridiculous 72 hours he had. Navin says Parish and Glasner going to need couples therapy after this transfer window is over. Madness on deadline day. Big up the panel for the great content. And big up you for the super chat. Thank you so much.
Man.
Thank you.
Kurd says, can we all take a second to laugh at Man United? Why?
Yeah.
What? We've had a good I think we've had a good deadline day. We signed a goalkeeper, obviously not signed a midfielder. I did inquire about Conor Gallagher on loan, but that didn't happen because they wanted to sell. I believe it was about 40 to 45 million. I'm not paying that on deadline day for Conor Gallagher when I think we could probably sign someone else next summer better suited to
I don't
us.
think it's the deadline.
Someone
I think
online.
it might be something to do with the football that you're playing.
Yeah, that might be true as well. And then we've got rid of Højlund today, got rid of Anthony today, got rid of Sancho today. Malacia does seem like he's going nowhere because talks for with Elche have fallen through today. So he might end up going to Saudi or Turkey. Andre Onana, I have a sneaky feeling that Andre Onana is going to leave. Discuss Emi crying and staying at Villa. Oh, good point. We have stiffed Emi Martinez actually, because he made it very clear he wanted to leave Villa when we initially came in about 2 months ago. We put in a loan bid for him, and Villa just went no, and then that was the end of that. We were like, okay, well, we're not signing you permanently. And then yesterday we called him up and went, you know what? We've not signed Lemens yet. How do you feel about coming still? And Emi Martinez was like, yes. And then so he threw a fit and he ended up not playing against Palace last night. They got beaten 3-0. We don't know, but Villa lost when he played last weekend as well anyway. And then now the deal was off to United at about midday today, and there were things saying, they're gonna explore other options. But it also came out in Turkish media that I've got so much stuff coming through. The Turkish media saying that he's not an option for Galatasaray, like he's not going to go to Galatasaray. So Emi Martinez now is going to be second, third choice at Villa purely because I think Unai Emery's not going to take the fact that he was so open to leaving.
No.
That's kind of backfired, isn't it?
It's really backfired.
Yes.
This is the other side of wanting to push for a move. So the super chat earlier saying, nice guys finished last, Isak pushed moves and got through. But this is what happens when you don't.
Yeah.
You get stuck.
You get
really
trouble.
stuck.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
We're into the final
2 minutes.
3 minutes.
Zoom in on his
and
face.
there is still nothing
see
on
it.
Marc Guehi. Still nothing.
We're going live. Oh,
That's just Big Ben.
That's Big Ben. It's all right.
I ran past it yesterday,
still-
actually. It looks very nice, Big Ben.
He's still in London, people. Marc Guehi, he's still in London. He's in South London.
Listen, if it gets to 7,
Bro, it's done,
Which
bro.
is happening in
Which is
2.5 minutes, bro.
and it's not happening, is it?
It's done, bro. It's done.
Oh, why do I get this emotionally
The
involved,
last
man?
literally, we've got 140 seconds left
Yeah,
of this
cheers, mate.
transfer window.
Cheers.
It's that
Apparently, you get an extra
135.
2 hours to finalise it.
Yeah, but that's if both parties agree on a deal
Yeah.
sheet.
I don't think Glasner will.
We'll find out the deal sheet soon.
Yeah.
You might not be here if you've got to rush off at 7.
I've got a rush, mate.
you gotta
Literally
go,
now. I need to
3
go.
minutes to go, and it was right. I remember we started
Two.
this stream.
Yes.
Started this stream, and you were like, "Yeah,
Sky
It's done.
high.
It's done.
Yeah.
Oh, here you go, Mike McGrath. Deal sheet set to be submitted for Marc Guehi move from Crystal Palace to Liverpool, but the deal is in the balance. Medical completed, player and Premier League champions want it to happen, but out of their hands. So deal sheet is going to be submitted.
In the next 1 minute and 36 seconds.
Seems to be still no guarantee that it's actually going to happen. It's all down to Crystal Palace.
Yeah, but this is like reading teletext. This is already all done, mate. Like, they're not hearing this in real time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this is stuff that's already
this has
happened,
been done.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
In the
Like,
last 10, 15 minutes.
1 minute.
1 minute. I mean,
119, 18, 17, 16, 15,
So,
14.
all three.
Can't we just give Palace Gomez
Yeah.
and then everyone's happy?
Well, they wanted that, and you said no a while back.
Yeah.
No, it was permanent.
It was at a low. Yeah, you wanted
But-
sanction.
But
at
this is
permanent.
a bit of an exception now, isn't it?
But do you think, in retrospect, Liverpool should have allowed Gomez to go on loan? Obviously, considering that we're into the final minute now.
Yeah.
There's 50 seconds left, guys.
If it meant that Mark
It's
comes
50
in, then yeah, 100%. So
Oh dear.
you lot were happy.
48 seconds.
You know what? Happy with Gomez's performance, his 50-minute cameo. There you go. You get that
I mean-
for the season.
For me, as a United fan, this transfer deadline day for me has made this window like an 8 out of 10. I think overall for us. If you sign a midfielder, I'd say genuine 10 out of 10 window. But we've got Sancho, Højlund, Anthony out the door today. We've made 5 signings, 4 of which were signings we desperately needed. Missed out on the midfielder, but it seems like Baleba wants to.
Let
try
me
to
just
fix
ask you
that. I'm
this,
happy.
right? Coming away from the top 6.
Yeah.
Yep.
Did
So
it-
it's with 17 seconds to go. By the way.
do the countdown before.
Okay, all right.
All right, yeah. So we it's like 5
12,
minutes, mate.
11,
Yeah,
10,
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And
Done. shut.
The
Slam shut.
2025 transfer window,
Right.
transfer window has slammed shut.
Nice to see you.
You too.
Bums, big up.
Hey,
I'm off.
Take it easy.
By
Right.
the time I get on this train, it better.
Good luck catching your train. I'm sure you will be waiting all the time. I'm going to move over into
Yeah, coming away from the top 6.
Yep.
The newly promoted clubs. Do you think
yeah.
they've done enough? I think they have. You know, I think there's a couple of
You
teams.
mentioned
there.
about Sunderland.
Sunderland, I
have
think
done
they've
some
enough.
good business.
Burnley have done some decent business.
Burnley have done all right as well.
Yeah.
yeah. I've been happy with Burnley. But yeah, Sunderland I like. Obviously, where we mentioned about Xhaka. Burnley with Scotty Parker. And
Leeds?
that. Yeah, Leeds maybe.
in the balance.
Yeah, I have to actually run through their transfers again and have a look at it. You know, Leeds, and I'd love them to stay up. I'd love Leeds to stay up. You know, proper like a Barclays Premier League.
Barclays,
Yeah.
I want Sunderland to stay up, and I think they will. They've made.
Yeah,
I think
they
you
are.
mentioned Xhaka as within
Yeah,
the
yeah.
top 10 signings. That is. Yeah, it's
a good
hilarious
shout.
that Xhaka left Bayer Leverkusen at the perfect time.
Yeah.
Considering they've sold 10 of their starting 11. They've already sacked Erik Ten Hag after
Yeah.
2 games in charge. I think, very, very good deal for Sunderland. I hope they stay up.
Yeah.
I'm buzzing for that Tyneside derby.
Yeah,
I'm a
it's
massive
great,
fan of
yeah.
derbies. Like, one of my favourite games, non-United related, in every year is North London derby.
Yeah.
I think it's always fantastic. I'm looking forward to that this year, but also very much looking forward to
The time
the Tyneside derby. Yeah,
Tyneside.
it's going to be a mad derby. Yeah, and I think Leeds could stay up. They could stay up. I think Sunderland have definitely the best chance. Burnley, I don't have a lot of hope for.
I don't know. You know, they showed enough against United.
Yeah,
But the caveat
then
is they were
again,
paying
anyone
United.
can.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, I suppose.
No
I suppose
disrespect, but
that's-
anyone can.
Yeah.
That's the only thing.
Loyos says Liverpool submitted a deal sheet 2 minutes ago. Don't know if that's true or not. I mean, obviously, we just like McGrath said that deal sheet was set to be submitted. Kurd says everyone making moves and long ball FC is fighting to get another bad goalkeeper after missing out on Martinez. Club is in the mud. Xerxes sub over Sheshko. That's not true.
It is bad though with Man United. You know, like we said.
I think we've had a good window.
Yeah, but it's not a Man United window. I guess I'm going back in the day, you know, and the signings that Liverpool are making are the signings I used to see Man United do. Do you know what I mean? Go for the best player.
The Berbatov.
Yeah.
You say go for the best player. Brian Mbeumo was one of the best players in the league last season.
No.
Nah.
Yeah, he was.
He was alright.
Okay, at least outside the top 6. He's one of
Numbers,
the
he
best
was
in last season.
alright.
20 goals.
He was-
We're raving
Double
about
goals.
£20 million
It's
Isak for 26
goals, but
goals. He got
this is
20 goals
not-
and 8 assists in the league last
This
season
is
at
not
Brentford.
the levels that
Couldn't you?
You
good,
lot
but-
were not after
What?
Mbeumo. This is what I'm saying. This is not. It's,
What do you mean we weren't after him?
if you had I'm saying if you lot had a list of players to go for in the transfer window, you wouldn't have been like Mbeumo. We want him. We would definitely want Mbeumo. No way.
Every club, Arsenal wanted him, Spurs wanted him,
No,
and we wanted him.
We was linked with him. But I'm saying that's not a Man United. That wasn't like a Man United.
But suddenly Eze is a league-winning signing. When
He is.
Mbeumo had
He's
a much better season than Eze did last season. Eze had 2 league goals up until April, and Mbeumo's not one of the best players, but Eze was amazing.
Eze is amazing.
He performs.
Eze, that's what. No, I'm not saying Eze isn't, but I'm saying that if you're saying Eze is like that, you've got to put Mbeumo in the conversation as well.
No, but I'm
Because
saying
Mbeumo got 20 goals
but
at
it's
Brentford.
not just about the goals. I'm saying with how Man United are. The Man United I once know, they would go for the creme de la creme.
It would have been the Haalands,
Yeah,
and the
yeah.
Mbappe's,
That's
and
it.
Yeah,
they'd have
but
been in
the
for them.
way I see
And now you're
United
in for the
is
Mbeuemos,
what
and-
we've
Yeah,
been trying
you're
to
now
do.
justifying Mbeumo's.
What we've been trying to do the last 10 years is immediately go and sign the best players. Like, okay, world record for Jan Pogba. Get like Zlatan Ibrahimovic in, Lukaku, blah, blah, blah. And it's never worked because we're trying to go from here to there. What I've been saying this on DR Sports loads, is I think we need to walk before we can run. I really do, because we finished 15th last season. It was absolutely horrendous. We were playing some shockingly bad football, which is partly on Amorim, and that's why right now his job is in jeopardy. It definitely is, after 1 win in our first 4 games. But we need people who can raise the floor for us. Cunha, I can rely on to have a good game. And Mbeumo, I can rely on to have a good game. I couldn't rely on that with Højlund, with Garnacho.
You know where I've seen Man United fail? You used to go for these players in their prime. Yeah, you were signing the likes of Varane and Casemiro when they're on their way out. they're on their way down. Nobody else wanted them.
Yeah, we were doing that. We haven't done that this summer.
But that's what I'm saying. You need to be going for people that are, when you're talking about big names, and Mbeumo is not for me. I'm just saying, I might be mad. People might slate me in the comments or whatever. But when I look at Man United, the strength of Man United, the draw of Man United, they shouldn't be having trouble getting someone like Mbeumo. Mbeumo would have been a backup.
They're like eulogising, like, oh my God, we got Mbeumo. He wants to come to us.
I remember them going for Di Canio back in the day, and Di Canio would have been a sub.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He would have been.
By the way, this is also the same Mbeumo that many reports said Liverpool saw as potential replacement to Mo Salah.
He's
Man United would have been Isak.
Yeah,
Exactly
one of the super chats, Kurd says, if this was 15 years ago, United signed Isak.
Isak, exactly.
Yeah, no, I agree, but we aren't where we were 15 years ago. Our squad finished fifth. I don't believe our squad is the 15th best squad in the league, but we finished 15th in the league last season because so many of our players were so unreliable. I want players. So, for example, Nusayr Mazwari was great for us last season because he would just put in 7 out of 10 after 7 out of 10 after 7 out of 10 after 7 out of 10. We'd have players who'd put in a 10 out of 10 and then 4 3 out of 10s in a row, and an 8 out of 10. And that was why we finished so badly. We'd have some players who would just play an amazing game and then collapse. And Mbeumo, Cunha, etc., mainly Mbeumo and Cunha, I trust to 90% of their performances to be 7 out of 10 or above because they know the league. They've already shown they can play well.
But they were in a better. They were in a better system.
That's where we
Thomas
need
Frank.
to be now to get. It's bad that we're in this situation, and I'm not applauding it or anything. Before anyone says I'm trying to say this is a good thing, but it's just it's a necessity, which is why I'm surprised we went with Lemens over Martinez. I feel like Martinez fits more that mould.
Yeah.
But I think you two are both playing down those two signings.
I'm not playing down. It's not. I'm being disrespectful. I think they're incredible players, and I'm not disregarding what they've done in the Premier League. I'm just saying, for me, growing up with Man United was the team that would get the biggest signings in, and I get it. It's based on where you lot are, but it's just
sad to see.
Yeah, it's sad to see. Yeah, it is. It is sad to see.
It is. I've got
how you lot are like lowered your standards now, and it's like you're justifying an Mbeumo. No disrespect to Mbeumo, but I'm just saying, like, that's not the Man United I grew up with. I hope you lot get back to that level, of course, where you're going in for the best players, etc. But I don't know. There's something that's definitely missing. I don't even think it's to do with the players as well.
Somebody's saying these two know nothing about modern day United. No, maybe not.
No,
you know what I mean?
don't
Maybe
wanna.
not. But
who wants to know about modern day United?
It's just sad to see the fall from grace.
Yes.
It's been such a sharp decline.
It has.
It has.
Do you know what I mean?
But I think the reason that is because partly the reason why we've had so many failures is because we've just tried to make that whole leap in one go.
I'll tell you what it is. I'm going to tell you exactly what it is. It's your owners.
They ain't got
a clue what they're doing.
They really don't have it. I think Ratcliffe and Co have more of a clue than the Glazers definitely did. Like we had our CEO was a financial advisor. He was the guy that helped broker the deal. Navin just asked, you guys will be on for the next 2 hours if the deal sheet has been submitted in time.
Absolutely
not.
Football, mate.
But so there is a little extra piece of chance. I know Chilwell has gone to Strasbourg.
Yeah, I heard that.
Going from Chelsea to Chelsea. That's probably Chelsea just trying to get some money over the line for Chelsea.
That's just
blue
that's
code
just money laundering in the end of the day.
But yeah, no, I feel like those two. If you strip the clubs away, like strip who they play for, strip it away, and you can do the same for like Isak, etc. You're saying United would have gone and signed Isak because Isak was one of the best players in the league last season. He was at Newcastle. He wasn't. We're not trying to sign players from Arsenal, etc. United have a history of signing the best of the rest.
Yeah,
we really do. Like a lot of our best players were best. Like Nottingham Forest, Roy Keane, for example, he got relegated. And we signed him from Nottingham Forest, and he became our club captain. And I would put Cunha and Mbeumo in the category.
What
best
about
of the rest.
when you're taking like Rio Ferdinand away from Leeds?
Yeah,
best of the rest.
No, they was up there.
They were up there. Leeds were flying.
Okay. Oh yeah. I guess yeah. At
Leeds
the
were
time,
flying.
yeah. I guess. Yeah, that's true. But we're not in a position to go and sign. But we can't go and sign Haaland from Man City.
United, man.
Yeah, this is the thing.
Man United.
Man United now need to walk before they can run. That's just how I feel. Palace ITK saying Guehi is staying. What do you think? Palace also signed new defender. Well, there's still been nothing on Guehi. I feel like we're not going to hear about. We're going to hear about it sometime soon, but there is no.
I'm happy for Palace. You know, I'm happy for Glasner. I felt sorry for him because it feels like maybe the carpet was being pulled from under him, and it kind of shows a bit more, if it is true and he is staying, that the relationship between him and Paris, there's a bit of respect.
Centre back. JD
Crystal
Cannon.
Palace have signed JD Cannon. So Palace have got their replacement. So if Palace have got their replacement, then that's why the deal sheet may have been submitted. Because it was Mike McGrath, who's very reliable, from the Times. Sorry, from the Telegraph. One of them said the deal sheet set to be submitted, and that may be why. Deal sheet set to be submitted because Crystal Palace have signed JD Cannon. Although that was something that was happening a while ago. That wasn't out of nowhere. But maybe Palace are now just looking at it and going, at least we got one.
Yeah.
At least we got one.
Okay. Interesting.
But yeah, some of the comments saying deal sheet was submitted a couple of minutes before deadline. I mean, yeah, we won't really know much else for the next couple of hours, but it will be in the next couple of hours. We'll know.
Yeah, we'll know. But we won't be.
How do you rate West Ham's transfer window overall at 10?
5, 4.
What do you think you're missing out?
Centre back.
Not
Definitely
signing a centre
back. Yeah, if we ain't signed a centre back, I haven't seen anything from that. We definitely needed a centre back. We signed the 2 midfielders last day. If we hadn't done that, I would have said it was a 1. Yeah, it's very low. The strikers that we've got, I really like Callum Wilson. I like the way he looked. How many games are you going to get out of him?
Yeah,
that's really true. His injury.
You know what I mean?
Keep him fit,
keep him fit. Brilliant.
If he gets injured, then that's
injury. You're done.
Yeah.
Fulkrug didn't look great, so we needed. I think we needed another forward. I can see us re-signing Mikel Antonio after the window.
You reckon?
I reckon so. Yeah, he's still playing for the club. He's playing in the under-21s.
Do you feel how they've dealt with this whole situation is a bit disrespectful to him for what he's done? Like,
I think it's a bit 6 of one, half dozen the other. I saw the thing about him and loyalty and all that sort of thing. For the last 3 or 4 transfer windows, all I've heard of him talk about is moving away.
Right.
And then he had a car crash.
Yeah.
With all due respect to him, and obviously, you know, nearly tragic, and he's very lucky, you know, because we did see what happened to people that was in car crashes over the summer. But very lucky. But we stuck by him for a year. We could have let him go.
Yeah.
And in the end, we did let him go. We offered him a contract. He said no.
Right.
So all of this talk about loyalty. He's had 2 car crashes. He's had a lot of injuries, Mikel. Yeah, and I love Mikel. I love him as a person. But the last 3 or 4 transfer windows, all I've ever heard him say, well, if I go, I go. I don't think that's very loyal for me. So I think, I think this works both ways, football clubs. And, football club don't want a player. They'll dismiss him.
Yeah.
But the same the other way. You know what I mean? Like when Isak's forcing to move out, if it was the other way round, you wouldn't be turning around and going, well, Newcastle will bang out of order for forcing him out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like, I think it's one of them that 6 of one, half a dozen. We don't know the ins and outs of the deal.
Yeah.
But, talking about loyalty when he's been openly talking about moving away, car crash, and we stuck by him and paid him up to his wages, and we offered him a new deal past that.
Right.
I think that's very disingenuous from him, to be honest with you. Trying to move the blame, shift the blame from himself.
Yeah.
And Kwame, I want to ask you. So Laurie has been going on about saying that only if Liverpool got both a striker and centre back will they have had a better window than Arsenal. Who do you think's had the better window out of Liverpool and Arsenal in terms of what it means for your 2 clubs?
I think Liverpool. I think Liverpool have had a better window. I can't take it away from them. They've reinforced as much as they've won the league. They've reinforced and they've done what, like I said, I grew up with Man United.
Apparently,
Go on.
Apparently, this deal's done.
Oh, he's
a lot of people saying that it's everything's been done.
Yeah, I've seen stuff in the comments. I'm trying to find.
AGT probably
stuff.
Yeah, it's probably skipping to the train now. Yeah. So I think Liverpool. I think they've addressed all the areas. They've reinforced. They've gone even stronger by getting Ikatike and then Isak across the line. I think Marc Guehi, if he goes there as well, Florian Wirtz, Frimpong. They've tackled every single section.
Yeah.
It's the depth and AGT's right.
All right, okay, got it here. So Gary Jacob from the Times. Marc Guehi deal sheet lodged with Premier League for proposed 35 million move to Liverpool. Maybe back on is what he said. So let's go with full.
It's back on, man. They're just doing. They're just doing this now.
David O.C. Kopp also says the deal sheet has been complete for Marc Guehi, signed by both clubs. Liverpool now have 9 p.m. to complete the move. So Palace have now said yes to a deal sheet going through.
They've got 9 p.m. to
So they've got 9 p.m. to sort everything out.
to dot the I's.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
it'll be done then, yeah.
so pretty much, if you're a Liverpool fan or a Palace, if you're a Liverpool fan, stay glued to your phone to 9 p.m. If you're a Palace fan, turn it off to 9 p.m. because I don't think you want to be sat through this.
No.
I've got some Crystal Palace fans as friends, and they're all going mad.
Well,
I've got like 500 plus.
They're in the know.
Yeah,
Said he was
there you go.
out.
Ben Jacobs also says deal sheet in. So I think we'll know in the next couple hours, in the next 1 hour and 45 minutes.
Got until 9 o'clock.
Got until 9 o'clock.
But we
1
won't
hour.
be here. Trust me.
We will not be here. I'm gonna
I'm as a matter of fact.
I'm gonna wrap up now. It's been a pleasure covering the transfer window. Obviously, AJT was here, he's not anymore. But Nicky Qualms, it's been great covering with you.
Appreciate it, man.
I think it's been a
Thanks for
fun
having us
last
all
couple
summer,
of hours.
to be quite honest with you. It's been fun.
Oh yeah, this
Nice.
summer's been fantastic.
been
I've
nice.
loved the summer on DR Sports. It's been one of those crazy transfer windows, at least I can remember in recent history. I reckon everything happened this summer is the best way to put it.
Yeah.
Anything that could have happened did happen.
Yeah.
I've seen every type of deal be completed. I've seen every type of deal fall through.
Yeah.
The Nicholas Jackson stuff was, I think, summed up the entire window, I think. Like the Gyökeres, everyone's forgotten about that Gyökeres stuff. But yeah. Do you remember? This show is sponsored by William Hill with the final one standing. It's football's ultimate free-to-play eliminator game. Some of you are still in, others not so much. If your team you picked won, you're safe and live to fight another week. But don't get too comfortable. If you're still in, you'll need to lock in your team, lock in your next pick by next Saturday at 3 p.m. when fixtures resume after the international break. If you get knocked out, no stress. You're not out for good. Or if you forgot to enter, now is the perfect chance to join fresh in the brand new game with a huge £200,000 jackpot prize. And yes, even if you're still playing in another league, you can also enter the 200k jackpot. Someone's guaranteed to win if they're the final one standing, hence the name. To enter, download the William Hill app or scan the QR code or click the link to play below alongside all of us. You have all the way until the deadline to edit your picks. It's 18 plus, UK and Ireland only. Always gamble responsibly. Full terms and conditions apply. All in the link below. But apart from that, I hope you guys have enjoyed the transfer window and all the coverage we've had on DR Sports here at Live at 5. We've been here every single weekday.
And we'll be back in January.
And we'll be back in January. And I believe we also might still be live at 5 tomorrow with the latest transfer news. Yeah. At least I'm scheduled to be in. So, you know, because there are still deals to be completed. Saudi Arabia and Turkey windows are still open. I still have a sneaky suspicion that there's going to be Andre Onana or Altay Bayindir exit from Man United.
Yeah, there's still deals to be
There's
confirmed.
still deals to be done. I know David Ornstein he's not got his holiday booked until the end of September. So there's still plenty to be done. Fabrizio Romano will be there. But remember, if you want all the latest news, all the latest gather up, make sure you join us here live at 5 every weekday. But until then, I will see you tomorrow.
Final one standing is free to play. Don't worry if you get knocked out. There's new games with new jackpots every Premier League week.